Ready? Get yours today at livegood.com.
When you get hurt, you don't want to end up on the injured list. You want to get back in the game, stronger than ever. At Morgan & Morgan, we're the home run hitters you need. Morgan & Morgan.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 biggie bag with a junior bacon cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, junior hot and crispy fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California and via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
If you're running a business, every missed call is money left on the table. When every customer conversation matters, you need OpenPhone, the #1 phone system that keeps up and helps you stay connected. For just $15 a month, OpenPhone gives you a dedicated business number. With OpenPhone, your team can respond to calls and texts from a shared number, so you never leave a customer waiting. Manage calls, assign conversations, send auto replies, and use AI-powered transcripts to stay on top of every customer interaction. Whether you're solo or growing a team, OpenPhone scales with you, so no opportunity slips through the cracks. Join over 50,000 businesses already using OpenPhone. Get 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/radio. They'll even port your existing numbers from another service for free. That's openphone.com/radio for 20% off. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers.
Lowe's knows a thriving yard starts with quality care. Right now, get Miracle-Gro 3/4 cubic foot all-purpose garden soil for just $2. Was $4.58. Plus, get a free Select Ego 56-volt trimmer or blower with the purchase of a Select Ego 56-volt mower. The best yard starts with the best deals. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 5/14. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Every morning brings a fresh, new energy.
This is Today with
And no matter what the day holds, we come to the Today Show for all of it.
When things are tough, we talk about it. When there's something to figure out, we dig into it. And when there's joy, we celebrate it.
Because today is where it's all happening. We get the best start to every morning because we start it together.
Watch the Today Show with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin, weekdays at 7 a.m. on NBC.
Alex Cora. You are listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Alex Cora hoping his team can get back above 500. They come into today's game 19-19, and they take on the Texas Rangers here in the final game of a 3-game set. Rubber match for the Sox, who are 3-3 in these types of games this year. I'm Joe Wild. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. And before every game, we interview Red Sox manager Alex Cora, and Alex Cora on WEEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Hurry in to get employee pricing on the full lineup of vehicles. Ford, from America, for America. And here is Alex Cora with Will Fleming.
Rubber match with the Texas Rangers with the manager Alex Cora. And AC, through a few innings last night, it felt like frustration was continuing. One big swing from Alex Bregman gets you going. We'll talk about him in a minute. But overall, the fight, the overall effort from your team had to make you very happy last night.
Put good at-bats. I think besides the 2 homers, there were 2 at-bats that caught my attention. Wonger with the bunt, and then Sedan scores for a bunt, takes a pitch, and hits a line drive, and then after that, we ended up scoring 2, right? But, we're grinding, offensively. We have faced some good competition, some pitchers that they're very tough on us, Ryan and Berrios, Ovaldi. They're tough on us, and you cannot hide that fact. But I think yesterday we did enough, play good defense. We pitched well. Wilson did an amazing job coming in for Tanner. Weiser did amazing. Bernie, too. And then Chappie closed the door.
You talked about how Hammy bunted on his own the other day, and Connor, last night. It has to make you happy that your guys are sort of in tune with the game to play a little small ball when you need it.
Yeah, I think you just pay attention to what's going on out there, and you can see a lot of things. We were talking before the game, right? Like, there's things that we see in the dugout that people don't see, and Connor did that a few times last year, and he's not only that base hit. I bet now, when we play Kansas City this weekend, the third baseman is going to play in, and probably the third baseman is going to get beat on a ground ball there because now they have to respect the bunt.
Bregman is Bregman, and look, you pounded the table for this guy, and it's been incredible, Alex. Everything you need from him, he does. It felt like that swing sort of opened the door for your offense to sort of follow him. He's done that so many times. You were in the dugout. Did you feel that swing sort of changed everything?
Yeah. It was a huge swing, especially in that spot in the game. It felt like it was going to be a long night offensively. He got a pitch that he was able to handle and hit it over the wall. And it's not coincidence. It's actually, the way it should be because of the preparation. You guys see it. You see it on the plane. You see it on the bus. You see it everywhere. He's talking baseball. He has his iPad. He's sharing information. And at the same time, which is the most important thing, and this is something I told him, you take care of everybody, but you got to take care of yourself. And he does that very well. And so far, it's been an amazing start.
That's interesting because we saw him in spring training so invested in the young players. What made you know that about him? Because you played the game. You know that every guy has got to do their own thing. How did you sort of come to that understanding that you needed to tell him, hey, man, when you're you and you focus on you, that's important?
Yeah, I always tell them that. We have some great leaders on this team, guys that changed the programs, to say the least. J.D. Martinez got here in 18, and he was a mentor to Mookie Betts and all those guys. But one thing J.D. did, he took care of himself. Justin Turner, he was a little bit more outspoken, more friendly than J.D. But at the same time, he was ready to play at 7:05, and he knew what J.T. needed to do to play the game. And with Alex, it's a little bit different because he plays defense, he runs the bases, he's a hitter, right? He's a complete hitter, with all due respect to the other players, with all due respect to the other two. And I want to make sure, we can do all that stuff, but, you have to be you for us to be successful. He understands that, man. He had some great mentors too, in Houston, starting with Altuve, and I think in 18 with Carlos Beltran, a guy that, he's the ultimate teammate, but at the same time, he should be a Hall of Famer, right? And he knows the game, the baseball IQ, sharing information, second to none, and I saw that in 17. And, he learned from one of the best, and you can see it now paying it forward.
What you just said is so interesting to me because it's arbitrary what makes a Hall of Famer. But to me, like when you watch them, do you think of them as one of the great players of their generation? And Carlos, for 5-6 years, you couldn't get him out in the playoffs. I mean, he was the scariest guy in the entire sport. Do you think that he's been unfairly sort of maligned for what happened in Houston?
Yeah, I think people took justice into their hands, and it's not fair. I think at the end of the day, we all made a mistake. Some of us pay the price. Others are paying it in a different way, right? And I think with Carlos, you see it on TV, the way they talk. No, I didn't vote for him because of what happened in 18. I was like, wow, why you do that? But that's a topic for next year, to be honest with you, because one thing for sure, I'm going to ask for a day that day. I'm going to Cooperstown to celebrate Carlos Beltran.
Set an off day aside. Will Abreu, when he is on, Alex, he looks like, speaking of superstar potential, this guy, when he is locked in, he can carry an offense for a little while. What is it when he gets going in the way that he is right now? What's different?
He's not missing his pitch. I got a question earlier today, about when he struggles, and we all agree that when he struggles, he's still a good at-bat. It's a 3-2 pitch. He'll take his walks. He's an 0 for 10 with 3 walks, which is great. He's 0 for 15 with 5 walks, which is awesome. And even when he's not getting on base hitting, he's always on base, right? And that's what the good ones do. And I've been saying all along, Valdi, who's in Pittsburgh now, Abreu, who's here with us, Alex, they come from an organization that they preach, control the strike zone, don't swing to the edges of the strike zone, and they do. Look at Carlos Correa over the weekend. He struck out a few times with good fastballs at the edge of the strike zone. That's okay with that organization because most of the time that's not going to happen. You hunt for pitches in the middle of the zone, and you go for them, and that's what Willie, Alex, and kids that grew up in that organization have done throughout their career.
We had this crazy play at first base, and we could talk about how, okay, Dan tells you the explanation, the mechanics of it are, I guess, properly executed, but I'm willing to say that's a stupid rule. Like, why do we have replay if we can not prove that a guy has the ball in his glove with a foot on the bag after a guy missed the base? Don't you think they do a great job? The commissioner's office does all these things to try to improve these rules. Isn't that one that should change?
Yeah, probably. You never know. It might change, not during the year, but over the course of the offseason because it's different. Now you can start adding layers to that play. Let's say there's a man at third, 2 outs, and he doesn't step on the bag. We step on the bag. They call him safe. The guy from third scores, So there's more into it now, and I think we'll keep talking about it. We'll keep getting, the explanation of it. We're going to have discussions about it, and I think at the end, I'm not saying it's going to happen this season, but they're probably going to get it right in the offseason.
I say this so often, but I think Mike Brenly does as good a job as anybody. And I loved what you said last night, Alex, where you said he didn't know because he knows the rules so well. Like, to me, that shows another layer of expertise on this stuff, and that is such a hard thing to do. Can you talk about that nuance from Mike?
Yeah, I mean, he's a rule guy, and when in doubt, you call Mikey, or you talk to Mikey after the game, and yesterday was a tough one in that sense. You live and learn, right? So now we learn about the mechanisms of the play. We'll talk about it with the umpires too today just to make sure we are on the same page. And if it happens today, I bet you we'll do it better.
2 more quick ones. Bernie, you talked about it. I mean, those were huge bridge outs. The game was close there. And, he's not really been trusted that often with high leverage spots. You gave it to him there. He responded. What do you make of that?
Yeah, wiser too. And that's what we're going to do. You have to trust everybody. We take a look at the sheet before the game, who's the freshest relievers we have. And most of the time, when you're fresh, you're going to perform. And I know Bernie pitched the night before, but he was ready to go. We used Willow earlier for 1 1/3, so we needed another lefty to get Seager out, and then obviously they pinch hit and Simeon, and did an amazing job.
Lastly, Bayo, I mean, we talked about this with your right-handers and Crochet, too, to some extent. Fastball dominance early in the game. It seemed like Brian has sort of embraced that. Do you expect more of that today?
Yeah, I mean, obviously a bunch of lefties in the lineup. We'll pick and choose where to use the fastball, which fastball we're going to use. But like I've been saying the last 2, we need to be aggressive from pitch 1. If we do that, we're going to be okay.
We appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Will.
All right, that's Alex Cora with Will Fleming. And yes, Brian Bayo is on the mound for the Sox, opposite of Jack Leiter. And it's time now for today's starting lineups, brought to you by Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. We'll give you the 9 quickly for Boston today. It's Jaron Duran in left, Rafael Devers the DH, Alex Bregman at third, Christian Campbell at second, cleaning things up, Wilyer Abreu in right, the Texas Ranger killer. And he's already had 9 home runs this year, 2 multi-homer games against the Rangers this season. Trevor Story bats 6. He's a shortstop, 7-8-9 looking like this. Abraham Toro at first, Carlos Narvaez the catcher, Cedon Rafaela, he's in center. Quickly the 9 for Texas, Josh Smith the shortstop leads things off. Wyatt Langford in left, Jock Peterson at first, Adolis Garcia in right, Marcus Semien at second, Evan Carter the center fielder, Josh Young the third baseman, Dustin Harris the DH, Tucker Barnhart rounds out the 9 as the catcher. You can watch the Red Sox pregame show on Twitch. Just follow WEEI. A little love goes a long way in the 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Coming up next, we'll get you the lock of the game and a quick look at the Subaru of New England scoreboard update as well. I'm Joe Weil. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
20% off sunglasses from Shadin Precision Eyewear. Hurry over to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use promo code SPRING. See better and play better with Shadin. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com. Promo code SPRING.
Something new is happening at Cox. Now the price of your Cox internet and mobile plan won't go up for 3 years, and Wi-Fi equipment is included. So no frustrating price changes, just a lot more of what you want, like a pizza with extra pineapple. Yikes. Okay, let's stick with something everyone wants. No price changes on your plan, guaranteed. Learn more at cox.com/value. Must have at least 500 megabits per second speeds and Cox Unlimited mobile taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee. Mobile data speeds reduced after 20 gigs usage per month.
Get your family four-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place erupts.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Ever walk into a room and forget why you're there? Misplace your keys more than you'd like to admit? Our brain slows down as we age. Protect it now while you still can with Live Good's Methylene Blue, the nootropic everyone's talking about to boost focus, memory, and mental energy. Live Good makes the purest, highest quality methylene blue. No fillers, no junk, just clean, brain-boosting power. Stay sharp, think faster, and protect your brain long-term. Go to livegood.com and shop all of Live Good's products at the lowest prices anywhere.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you have the card that helps businesses dream bigger. Get a flexible spending limit that adapts with your business and earn 1.5 times membership rewards points on select business purchases. So you can stock up on what you need to take your business further and get rewarded for growing bigger. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Not all purchases will be approved. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
La semana para miembros llegó con todo a Lowe's. No te pierdas descuentos de hasta 40% en cientos de productos, desde pintura hasta productos básicos para tu hogar y jardín. Aprovecha estas ofertas exclusivas desde ahora hasta el 14 de mayo en tiendas o en línea. ¿Aún no eres miembro de My Lowe's Rewards? Únete hoy gratis. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Programa de lealtad sujeto a términos y condiciones. Detalles en luz.com/terms, sujeto a cambios.
Every morning brings a fresh, new energy.
This is Today with
And no matter what the day holds, we come to the Today Show for all of it.
When things are tough, we talk about it. When there's something to figure out, we dig into it. And when there's joy, we celebrate it.
Because today is where it's all happening. We get the best start to every morning because we start it together.
Watch the Today Show with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin, weekdays at 7 a.m. on NBC.
If you're running a business, every missed call is money left on the table. When every customer conversation matters, you need OpenPhone, the #1 phone system that keeps up and helps you stay connected. For just $15 a month, OpenPhone gives you a dedicated business number. With OpenPhone, your team can respond to calls and texts from a shared number, so you never leave a customer waiting. Manage calls, assign conversations, send auto replies, and use AI-powered transcripts to stay on top of every customer interaction. Whether you're solo or growing a team, OpenPhone scales with you, so no opportunity slips through the cracks. Join over 50,000 businesses already using OpenPhone. Get 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/radio. They'll even port your existing numbers from another service for free. That's openphone.com/radio for 20% off. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers.
Baseball is all about stepping up to the plate when it matters most. And when you've been injured, you need a heavy hitter in your corner. At Morgan & Morgan, we don't back down. We fight to get you every dollar you deserve. No curveballs, no strikeouts, just results. That's why we've recovered over $25 billion for our clients and fight for them from offices nationwide. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And this is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow as we continue to get you ready for Red Sox versus Rangers. Final game of a 3-game set coming up at Fenway Park, and first pitch is roughly 20 minutes away. In every game, we have the New England Chevy dealers question of the day. Together we drive. Listen in for that during the broadcast today. My question in this game is regarding Brayan Bello, and you heard Will talk about it with Alex Cora. The four-seam fastball usage, which we've seen an uptick from him this year. He's throwing it roughly 16% of the time. Batters are 0 for 6 against that pitch so far. So I'm curious. My question is how many times will he throw the four-seam fastball today? The percentage of usage from Bello here in this start, his 4th of the season, taking place here against the Texas Rangers this afternoon. Now, here's the lock of the game presented by Interlock Roofing. Never re-roof again at NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. I have to go with Wilyer Abreu on this. I'm going to even go a little bit out on a limb as well because he's just been swinging such a hot bat, and he's so good against the Rangers. My lock of the game for Wilyer Abreu is to have 3 total bases or more. It's plus 240 on FanDuel. I'm feeling comfortable with that just because, again, he's been so good against the Rangers this season. I mentioned the numbers a little bit earlier for you, but against the Rangers, they're off the charts. 13 games in his career, 8 home runs, 17 RBIs. And again, he's had 2 multi-homer games against Texas this season. Let's get you quickly the Subaru of New England scoreboard update. There's a lot to love about the trusted 2025 Subaru Forester. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. And only 1 game in progress. O's and Twins, no score going into the bottom of the first inning in Minnesota. Baltimore has had a rough year, and they've lost 4 in a row. They're in last place right now in the AL East at 13-22. You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Want to thank Joe Braverman behind the glass. I'm Joe Weil. Hang tight. Red Sox versus Rangers coming up next. Will Fleming, Lenny DiNardo on the call on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place erupts.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Hey, Gen X. Obviously, we're not 25 anymore. But with Factor 4, you can feel like you are. With fish oil, turmeric, CoQ10, and garlic, it fights inflammation, supports joints and heart health, and helps you stay strong. It's our #1 best-selling product for a reason. Because like all Live Good products, it's top quality without the expensive markups. Over 1.5 million people have already made the switch. Are you ready? Get yours today at livegood.com.
There are 2 types of golfers, those that can hit solid golf shots wearing sunglasses and those that wish they could. Shaden Precision Eyewear is all about better vision and better golf. If you're lacking confidence to wear sunglasses while hitting golf shots, go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and learn why so many tour players and their caddies have switched to the Shaden brand. Use the code SPRING to get 20% off and a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and the code SPRING to see the golf course like you've never seen it before.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, going the extra mile for your business pays off. With 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked through AmexTravel.com, you can earn more points to help grow your business. And with access to more than 1,400 lounges globally through the American Express Global Lounge Collection, including the Centurion Lounge,
can I get you a refill?
You can stay fresh wherever your business travel takes you. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/AmexBusiness.
La semana para miembros llegó con todo a Lowe's. No te pierdas descuentos de hasta 40% en cientos de productos, desde pintura hasta productos básicos para tu hogar y jardín. Aprovecha estas ofertas exclusivas desde ahora hasta el 14 de mayo en tiendas o en línea. ¿Aún no eres miembro de My Lowe's Rewards? Únete hoy gratis. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Programa de lealtad sujeto a términos y condiciones. Detalles en Lowe's.com/terms, sujeto a cambios.
Hey, I'm Tank Sinatra here with my co-host,
Investigator Slater.
and together we host the true crime podcast, Psychopedia,
It's true crime infused with comedy.
making it a crimedy.
Available on the Odyssey app or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
If you're running a business, every missed call is money left on the table. When every customer conversation matters, you need OpenPhone, the #1 phone system that keeps up and helps you stay connected. For just $15 a month, OpenPhone gives you a dedicated business number. With OpenPhone, your team can respond to calls and texts from a shared number, so you never leave a customer waiting. Manage calls, assign conversations, send auto replies, and use AI-powered transcripts to stay on top of every customer interaction. Whether you're solo or growing a team, OpenPhone scales with you, so no opportunity slips through the cracks. Join over 50,000 businesses already using OpenPhone. Get 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/radio. They'll even port your existing numbers from another service for free. That's openphone.com/radio for 20% off. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers.
This is Red Sox baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the left field, adios.
Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, strike three, it's over.
And the Red Sox win on a wall double by Devers.
Jump on his back, fellas, the Red Sox win.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
And Hideo Nomo has pitched a no-hitter.
Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella. Here for good.
Devers is homered in 5 straight.
Buy cars for kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks. Official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Strike three, a no-hitter. 23-year-old Clay Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Duran will score.
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back. Grand slam.
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone. Into the bullpen.
Brought to you by FindMassMoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners. Boston's premier retirement planning specialist.
They just yelled. They're attacking A-Rod are having words, and now they're in a fight.
Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Battle won by House.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth.
Here's the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe.
And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on. New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Goodbye, Christian Campbell.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Lenny DiNardo.
On a warm, summery, late spring afternoon at Fenway Park, we welcome you to yet another radio production of Boston Red Sox baseball. Today, the Red Sox play the rubber match of a 3-game series with the Texas Rangers. Brian Bayo takes the mound against Jack Leiter, up-and-coming young starter for Bruce Bochy and the Rangers. It could not be a more pleasant day for a ball game. We'll have the lineups and so much more. But first, the national anthem, which is brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com, where you'll find stable, sustaining, skilled trades careers helping bring the next generation of Navy submarines to life.
And you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at sunlight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land and of the free and the home of the brave?
Could not have dialed up a nicer afternoon for a ball game. The Red Sox and the Texas Rangers. Game 3 of the series. Game 6 of the homestand. Boston looking to take 2 of 3 from the Rangers. Along with Lenny DiNardo, Will Fleming, welcoming you high above home plate here at Fenway Park. It's about the nicest afternoon of the year. And Lenny, the Red Sox, you have to think, are flying high after a win they needed to have last night. They rode on the backs of Alex Bregman and Wilyer Abreu, and looking to close this homestand with an exclamation point here today.
Yeah, you really couldn't have more of a contrast between Game 1 and Game 2 as far as energy, as far as up-tempo. You know, they were trading licks back and forth last night. Tanner Houck didn't have his best game, didn't have his worst on the season. There's some positives to take from that. The fastball was up, but more importantly, the offense broke out last night. They had an outstanding game. They were hitting pitches in the zone, mistakes from Tyler Mahle and the bullpen delight. So again, I want that same energy today that they took to the field last night, and hopefully that'll go and take the series today.
Romy Gonzalez's day-to-day overall body soreness, I think he is available in a pinch, but the Red Sox would very much like to stay away from him. So Abraham Toro, who's sort of impressed in his first 2 games with the Red Sox, he'll be at first for Boston today. Brian Bayo taking a methodical march out of the home bullpen in right center field toward the first base dugout. Sox in the home white unis. The Rangers, vintage Texas blues above the gray pants. Lineup cards about to be exchanged. Jose David Flores brings about the starting lineup, brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. For the Rangers, Josh Smith has really been a super utility man this season. He's looked good at the plate in this series. He's a left-handed hitter, and he leads it off as the shortstop today against Bayo. Then Wyatt Langford, who is such an impressive young player. He's in left field batting second. Jock Peterson has all of a sudden gotten red hot. He's the first baseman, swings at lefty, and he bats third. Adolis Garcia, he's also awakened in the couple games here at Fenway Park. Postseason hero is in right field. He cleans up. Marcus Semien, the second baseman, bats fifth. And then Evan Carter, just back up off a rehab from the minor leagues, is in center field batting sixth. Josh Young, who batted ninth in the first 2 games of this series, bats seventh today. He's the third baseman. Dustin Harris is the DH batting eighth. And Tucker Barnhart is the catcher, and he bats ninth. This Rangers team has dropped 8 of 11. They come in 18-19. And, of course, managed by the surefire Hall of Famer, Bruce Bochy. Red Sox, a very similar-looking lineup here this afternoon. Jarren Duran will once again lead it off. He's in left field. And then Rafi is the DH, and he bats second. Yesterday's hero, at least co-hero, that would be Alex Bregman. He's the third baseman. He bats third. Christian Campbell is the second baseman. He cleans up. Wilyer Abreu, who, for any hitter with more than 30 plate appearances in the modern era, has the best numbers of any hitter against any opponent. He has owned the Texas Rangers. He's in right field, and he bats fifth. 3 2-homer games against them in his short career. Trevor Story fighting it offensively. He's the shortstop. He bats fifth. Abraham Toro, as we told you, he's at first base batting sixth. Then Carlos Narvaez gets the start behind the dish. He bats eighth. And Ceddanne Rafaela, who had a really nice and productive night offensively. He's in center batting ninth. By the way, Cedon just ducked out of the Red Sox first base dugout, looked to the sky to see whether he needs to bring the shades with him. Lenny, it is a sun-splashed afternoon. Fenway can come to life on days like this, and you'd really like to see them carry that momentum immediately out of the gates.
Absolutely. I want to see the running game come back, too. That's gotten a little bit quiet. It's part of their identity. You know, I want to see these home runs. I want to see the line drives in the gap, but also when they're running wild on the bases and taking the next bag, I feel like that's a great part of their identity. That goes and furthers their win percentage when they do.
Well, to that point, the Speed Report is brought to you by Verizon. Get to your local Verizon store today to check out the latest deals. You know, so much of that, Lenny, is dictated by Jarren Duran. You know, he was 0 for 4 in the opener was Duran, and then in last night's game, he did have a hit in the later innings, but he really is such a tone and tempo setter at the top of that order.
Absolutely. You know, he's geared up and ready to go on pitch one. He typically swings at the first pitch if it's in the zone. That's not typical for a leadoff hitter, but these days, you know what? He's got the power. He's got the on-base percentage. He's able to go out and be aggressive. But when he's on first base, you might as well just put him on second base. It's lights out. And again, when you've got a guy like Rafaela, Duran, Romy's when he's healthy, that makes the pitchers kind of think twice. They're thinking about the guy on the base rather than thinking about throwing strikes, and oftentimes they make mistakes when that happens, and the batters start to capitalize from there.
The Red Sox Injury Report is brought to you by Catchus Law Group, champions for the injured with more than $3 billion recovered. For New Englanders, Walker Buehler was out playing catch at 120 feet today. Richard Fitz had a very successful bullpen 2 days ago. So, Lenny, we're going to see Hunter Dobbins against Tarek Skubal tomorrow in Detroit. He has been excellent, but the reinforcements for the rotation seem to be coming.
Absolutely. And when you talk about Buehler, I hate when shoulders start to get sore, but that's outstanding, very optimistic news when you can see him playing catch and getting ready.
And here comes Brian Bayo leading the Red Sox out onto the diamond. He has been really sharp in his last couple of starts. So much of it is the success of his bread and butter, that two-seam fastball. The slider has been a work in progress. Change-up, we'll watch the velocity of that pitch all day. The separation between fastball and changeup, always so important for him, Lenny. But he is, just like Tanner Houck, at his very best when he's in attack mode.
Establishing that fastball, he's got a good one. His two-seam averages around 95 miles an hour, throws it about 34% of the time. But you're right, being able to use the movement on and off the plate depending on counts is very important for him. In that changeup, which was elite when he entered Major League Baseball, is very important for the locate. He's got to get that pitch down, start it at the bottom of the zone, and get the offense to chase that pitch. Set it up with the fastball, use the secondary pitches to create expansion of the strike zone. That's where he's at his best.
Time now for the Baldwin Group defensive alignment, looking at who's protecting today's starting pitcher. Brought to you by the Baldwin Group, Insurance, Employee Benefits, and Wealth Management. If you can dream it, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible. Well, Abraham Toro is going to be at first base. Christian Campbell waiting for the throw down at second. Story, the shortstop. Bregman at third. Narvaez behind the dish. In the outfield, Rafael in center. Abreu in right. And Jarren Duran giving a little dap to the manual scoreboard operator inside the Green Monster in left. It feels like summer at Fenway Park.
It really does.
Should be a good day to head, other than the fact that Bayo and Leiter are on the mound. Here we go. Josh Smith, left-handed hitter, into the batter's box. Bayo, first base side of the rubber. Into the wind. He throws, and the first pitch of the ballgame grounded on the right side. Campbell has it on the outfield grass. Throws to first, and one pitch. One away for Bayo. Beautiful start.
You got to love that, throwing a nice fastball bottom of the zone. Again, 95, right around where his average is going to be. Take advantage of aggressive hitters hitting spots. Don't throw that ball right down the middle to these guys.
Mentality is so critical for Bayo. When he is in go mode, he's at his very best. 1:36 p.m., 73 degrees. Picture perfect day. Here's Wyatt Langford, dangerous right-handed hitter. Strike. No, called a ball off the inside part of the plate. 95 mile an hour sinker. Now they have it as a strike up on the board. I did not see the home plate umpire Adam Beck flinch at all. That looked like it was right there. Here's a pitch that's up and away. What did you think there, Lenny?
If that wasn't a strike, I'm going out of my mind right now, because that was a very, very good pitch.
Maybe he's got a totally abbreviated strike call. It was called a strike. The 1-1 check swing. This one is called a strike belatedly. And it's 1-2. Time and temp brought to you by Hatfield Marinated Pork. Elevate your grilling game with Hatfield marinated pork tenderloins and taste victory with every bite. Visit simplyhatfield.com for recipes and put pork on your fork. 1-2, one down, just underway. Bayo throws. Slider first. He's thrown. Good pitch, but a ball. And it's 2-2.
I don't mind the location of that at all at 1-2. You know, throwing fastballs and changeups, they typically move arm side, whether it's the change or the two-seam. Having that glove side just to show is very important.
Quickly, the 2-2. That's a miss on a sinker. And so the count is full. Lenny, I always think Bayo is best when he goes with some real alacrity. He's just quick between pitches.
Yeah, when you have an up-tempo, everybody on the field, the defense, they're on the balls of their feet. They're ready to go. When you slow down, they slow down.
3-2 is a ground ball up the middle and into the outfield for a base hit. Langford makes the turn at first. He'll hold there. He's an impressive player, Wyatt Langford is. Came in 280. He's got the first hit of the game. And he's aboard with one down for the suddenly red-hot Jock Peterson. Last time out, Bayo was excellent against the Minnesota Twins. 1 run over 6 2/3 innings. This is fourth start. 2 wins, no losses, and a 2.55 ERA.
He does seem to be getting stronger by every outing. Early in his year, you know, the first inning was giving him trouble, but you saw a maturity level that you didn't quite see in years past from him, getting past things.
Here's Peterson. Had a big series. He takes strike one. Could it take the home plate umpire any longer to call strike one? I mean, that is center cut on delay. Adam Beck. 0-1 to Jock. That shifted double play alignment here. And really, you can't call it that anymore. 0-1 is outside because the definition of double play depth is pinching toward the bag and being a little bit further in. They're not that at all. I mean, Christian Campbell is way back with his heels just in front of the outfield grass. So too Story almost behind the second base bag.
You got to feel that if there's a double play, Story's taking the bag no matter what, no matter where it goes.
1-1 is a little low. It's a good point. Anything to the left of the second base bag, he's going to run to the pillow himself. Back-to-back multi-hit games for Peterson and a hitter's count here. 2-1. One down in the top of the first, just underway at Fenway. Bayo throws. Slider misses badly, and it's 3-1.
Getting a little bit wide right now with his arm angle. He's casting out just a little bit. Stepped off the back of the rubber, grabbed a little rosin, taking that deep breath. It's a little bit of a reset for him to get back into this count.
So much of the challenge for Bayo is mental. The stuff is off the charts. Into the stretch for the first time. The runner goes. 3-1 is way outside, not close. So a walk after the base hit. So 2 on with 1 out. And Bayo has made big strides in this department, Lenny, but anybody who's watched the Netflix special got just a close-up view of how hard this pitcher can be on himself and how, because of that, things have a tendency to snowball on him.
Yeah, you can be your worst enemy sometimes on the mound. When things start to go haywire, you start to think of the negative versus the positive. You talk about his stuff, it is elite. He's got to be able to go out there and trust his fastball, his changeup, and his slider in the strike zone. Sometimes when you don't trust your stuff, you feel like you have to pick on the corners, and when you do that, you start to miss wide like he's doing right now.
Well, frustrating, too, because he got a pitch in play. The first hitter of the game was out on 1 pitch, and then a 3-2 count to Langford, and then a walk to Peterson, and now the dangerous and hot Adolis Garcia. 5 homers, one of them last night. The pitch is in there. He trusted his stuff there with a sinker on the corner, and it's 0-1.
It's a great job by Narvaez going out there and kind of realizing that, okay, he might need a little bit of a breather here. He's not tired, but it's a mental break for him.
It went off the Fisk pole last night. 0-1, the pitch. Slider, low. And it's 1-1. Well, everything that the Rangers feel about Wilyer Abreu, that's how the Sox feel about this man. He's 8 for 18 with 3 doubles, 2 homers, and 7 driven in this year against the Red Sox. And no call for time. When the Rangers won their first ever World Championship 2 years ago, he was unstoppable in the ALCS. 1-1. Bayo, straight left leg, bent on the backside. The pitch is ripped to third. Backhanded stab by Bregman to second for 1. Relay to first, not in time, but Bregman just saved a run.
Outstanding job right there. Getting that baseball, keeping it in front of him, and making a nice, firm throw to second base. Yeah, that ball was hit hard. Fast runner going to first base. But it's very important to get that runner at the two bag.
What can't Alex Bregman do? So now at the corners with 2 down for Marcus Semien. He comes in 185, a couple homers and 14 driven in. The Red Sox have held him in check in this series. 0 for 4 yesterday. He has gotten on base at a pretty good clip recently, Semien. First and third, 2 down. Pitch. Little blooper foul on the first base side. I think Bayo really got away with a hanging slider there, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, we saw this earlier in the year with Brian Bayo. Any kind of, missing spots or giving up base hits or walking batters, it would snowball for him. But, having a defense like Bregman at third base is kind of helping him get out of this.
Semien takes the slider outside, and then it's 1-1. That is the next step in the evolution of this pitcher, trusting himself and really moving on from adversity of his own making or not.
And what we've noticed is him really settle in the later innings, starting at inning 2.
1-1, the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's a great slider. Semien helped him out chasing. And it's 1-2.
Yeah, that was extremely sharp. 86 miles an hour. Looked like it was starting on outer third, but broke about 2 baseball lengths off. You really don't have a shot with that.
Flat billed cap. Hair peeks out on the backside for Bayo. 1-2. They lead at the corners of the pitch. Ground ball foul outside of third. He's throwing them all sliders here.
That many sliders in a row, especially away, with a 1-2 count, I almost think he's going to throw an up and in fastball right here, possibly a 2-seamer, something that bores in to get that swing and miss.
They lead at the corners with 2 down. 1-2. Runner goes. Bayo throws. Swing and a miss. He got him with a fastball in under the hands. You called it. And a perfect pitch.
You don't want to throw it too many times in the same place. That's where big league hitters go out and capitalize. It's a great spot right there.
Excellent job between Bayo and Narvaez. No score after half an inning. Rangers lead 2. Duran, Devers, and Bregman for the Sox in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place a rock.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Hey, Gen X. Obviously, we're not 25 anymore. But with Factor 4, you can feel like you are. With fish oil, turmeric, CoQ10, and garlic, it fights inflammation, supports joints and heart health, and helps you stay strong. It's our #1 best-selling product for a reason. Because like all Live Good products, it's top quality without the expensive markups. Over 1.5 million people have already made the switch. Are you ready? Get yours today at livegood.com.
There are 2 types of golfers, those that can hit solid golf shots wearing sunglasses and those that wish they could. Shaden Precision Eyewear is all about better vision and better golf. If you're lacking confidence to wear sunglasses while hitting golf shots, go to seebetterplaybetter.com and learn why so many tour players and their caddies have switched to the Shaden brand. Use the code SPRING to get 20% off and a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's seebetterplaybetter.com and the code SPRING to see the golf course like you've never seen it before.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you have the card that helps businesses dream bigger. Get a flexible spending limit that adapts with your business and earn 1.5 times membership rewards points on select business purchases. So you can stock up on what you need to take your business further and get rewarded for growing bigger. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Not all purchases will be approved. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
Your smart speaker to play, 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Jarren Duran leads it off in the bottom of the first against Jack Leiter. The pitch is high and in. A fastball. He's got a good one, does Leiter. A bit of a clunker in his last start, but otherwise Leiter's been brilliant to start the year, including a really good one against the Red Sox in that opening series. 1-0 to Jarren. Pitch, swing, and a little cue shot foul inside the third base line. And it is 1-1. Duran's got his pants even higher than usual today, trying to find a little lightning in a bottle. Leiter was picked by the Rangers second overall 4 years ago. This season, the Red Sox drafted Marcelo Meyer. 2 spots later, his dad, Al, is here today at Fenway, the 1-1. Duran swings and misses at a changeup. And it is 1-2. 25 years old from Vanderbilt. He and Kumar Rocker both starred there. And this season, he's made 4 starts and been really good other than his last one.
Yeah, not a big frame at all. Averaging 98 miles an hour, gets the most out of his body for sure.
Duran's average is down to 264 the pitch. Inside, did it hit him? Yes, it did on the right elbow guard. And so the Red Sox take a little gift. The leadoff man is aboard.
Yeah, you can see the approach by Jack Leiter. He's definitely trying to get in on Jarren Duran. Missed his spot there, just a little bit up and in. But again, if you're a guy like Duran, very aggressive in the batter's box as a one-hole guy, it's kind of what you want to do. You want to kind of break the bat as soon as possible.
So here is Rafi. Walked a couple times yesterday. 28 free passes. Duran's got a big lead. Rafi takes outside for ball 1. You talk to the people around the Rangers, they say the one thing about Leiter, the stuff is off the charts. But when he meets adversity, things can really start to spin out of control for him. He's a hard time slowing the game down. Duran leads. Long set, the pitch. Rafi bloops it foul. Straight back, 1-1.
And he's young, right? This is something that you'll learn. The more dirt in your spikes that you get, the slower the heartbeat. But I tell you what, we talked about Duran at first base and what he brings to the table with his speed. Jack Leiter standing on the mound thinking a lot about when he's going to take off. And rest assured, he probably is very, very soon.
I'm with you. I'd love to see the Red Sox reintroduce that. Leiter out of the stretch works on the third base side of the rubber. Duran not going the pitch. He is in there. That's a hanging curveball at the top of the zone. It's 1-2. In 17 2/3 innings, 15 strikeouts. He has walked 7, has Leiter.
Last time out, he was playing Seattle, and really he just ran into the big dumper. I mean, 2 home runs, one of them being a grand slam. It went for him. His outing wouldn't have been that bad.
8 running into the big dumper. The 1-2 misses to Devers, a fastball, and it's 2-2. You could make an argument that right now, Cal Raleigh is the best two-way catcher in the game.
He just makes it look easy. He's got so much pop, great at receiving, team leader, brings it all to the table.
New England kid. 2-2 to Devers. Duran, the leadoff man, leading at first. The pitch is fouled at his feet. Curveball, and it stays 2-2. Devers 246, 5 homers and 23 driven in, but a 370 on base because of those 28 walks.
He's not expanding at all. He's just not going outside the strike zone. And it's surprising because I've seen him hit balls over the monster, to the monster, on pitches 4 or 5 baseball lengths off.
2-2. Pitch high with a fastball, 3-2. And this is an interesting moment for Duran. He's not run yet. Devers has swung and missed a fair amount. Tucker Barnhart behind the plate. Leiter quick to the plate. And I think it's likely that Duran thinks about it here. 3-2. Jarren not going the pitch. He is fouled on the third base side. So he is taking the sort of old school approach, Lenny, and that is with Devers at the plate, I'm in scoring position at first base.
Oh, absolutely. We've seen Devers hit these balls in the gap consistently, so he's basically realizing that I've got the capability of scoring from first base if he drives the ball like we know he can.
3-2 again. Pitch is ripped high and foul down the right field line. That was a curveball that Rafi was way out in front of. Yanked it in front of the pesky pole. And it's 3-2. Arbella Insurance Foundation, dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every strikeout from a Red Sox pitcher during this year, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Arbella is here for the Jimmy Fund and here for good. Leiter's really laboring. Another 3-2 is high, ball 4. Duran's going to race for second. Barnhart chases after it, but Jarren will hold at second. Devers walks for the 29th time And now the Red Sox really in business, 2 on with nobody out for Alex Bregman.
It's a really good at-bat for Rafi Devers right there. And again, I think a lot of that has to do with the anticipation of when Jarren Duran's going to run. He really threw a ton of pitches that weren't even close to the strike zone. Rafi showed a ton of patience and extended the at-bat by fouling a ton of balls off that were close.
9-pitch at-bat ends in a walk. And here we go with one of the heroes from last night, Alex Bregman. An absolute heater. 9 homers, 30 driven in. And a huge opportunity right here. 2 on, none out. Leiter is ready. He throws. Bregman takes a strike on the outside corner. That's a borderline pitch there given by Adam Beck. Looked to be off, but called strike 1.
Yeah, Alex right there is basically looking at spin, breaking ball. Last thing you want to do is swing first pitch on a breaking ball on the corner. He wants him to come in the strike zone before he takes that A-hack.
0-1. The pitch is ripped foul down the right field side and out of play. So again, 0-2 to Bregman. Last night, Alex got the Sox going with a homer in the 4th, doubled in the 6th, and then a 2-run single in the 7th. His 6th game this year with more than 1 extra base hit.
He's just been on fire this whole season. A career season for Alex Bregman. He's been very, very good with 2 strikes as well.
Here's a high pop-up into shallow left field. Lankford over to his left, looking up into a cloudy sky. He's there to make the play. So rare unproductive out for Bregman. See, that settles Leiter down, 1 down, and here comes Christian Campbell. Infield got a good soaking before the game, and the dirt outside the green grass is a darker sort of mocha brown on it. Duran leads at second and Devers at first. Here is Campbell. Leiter looks to Duran and throws, and KC rips it foul on the first base side. Campbell comes in 287, 4 homers and 13 driven in. In this series, pretty quiet, 2 for 8 with an RBI hit.
Tell you what, he's not afraid to take that big hack every time he swings the bat.
That's what he's been taught. 0-1 is a strike. Good sinking fastball at the bottom of the zone. It's 0-2. That's what transformed him into an elite prospect. Pull side power, violence, bat speed.
That's his quote, right? What are you trying to do up there? Trying to get the ball in the air every time.
0-2. Pitch outside. Above the batting cages at JetBlue in Fort Myers, the Red Sox spring home, is this awesome quote from Ted Williams from his days as a hitting and managerial coach. He says, we're going to learn 2 things. We're going to hit the ball hard, and we're going to hit it in the air. And Campbell has taken those to heart. 2 on, 1 out, 1-2. The pitch, swinging a little line looper into right field. It hangs up for Garcia. He comes on to make the play. And 2 down for Ranger killer Wilyer Abreu.
Yeah, they need to capitalize this inning. Duran on, Devers on, guys on the bag. Need to go out there and just put the ball in the outfield. Sometimes the big hack doesn't quite get it done. Sometimes just poking the ball in the outfield, getting the ball on the ground does do a job.
All he's done against Texas this year is go 11 for 18 with 4 homers and 9 driven in.
That's it?
That's all. He is locked in the pitch. Swinging a high pop-up. Not this time. Into shallow center field. Back on it goes the shortstop Smith. In comes Lankford, and the Ranger left fielders there to make the play. Inning is over. That's disappointing. A hit batter and a walk, but the Red Sox do nothing more. Scoreless after an inning on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Too fast, Trevor, too fast! Here at the Zebra, research shows people would rather teach their kids to drive than search for auto and home insurance.
I know what I'm doing, Mom.
Or attend a corporate team-building workshop.
Go team, feel that synergy.
Or be regaled by Uncle Frank's conspiracy theories. They're listening to us right now. That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. We do the searching, you do the saving.
Shh, they're here.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place erupts.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Hey, Gen X. Obviously, we're not 25 anymore, but with Factor 4, you can feel like you are. With fish oil, turmeric, CoQ10, and garlic, it fights inflammation, supports joints and heart health, and helps you stay strong. It's our #1 best-selling product for a reason. Because like all Live Good products, it's top quality without the expensive markups. Over 1.5 million people have already made the switch. Are you ready? Get yours today at livegood.com.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Brian Bayo back to the mound as Evan Carter stands in, and a first pitch fastball misses high for ball 1. Red Sox a squander in the first inning as our great friend Joe Castiglione would so often say he's with us here for the second inning as a 1-0 changeup from Bayo. Misses outside 2-0.
Great to see Will and Lenny. Congratulating him again on his fantasy camp championship, a three-peat.
All the credit goes to Steve Lyons.
Psycho 2-0 is popped on the third base side foul. Long run for Bregman. Look out over toward the retaining wall. He makes the play, slams into the fencing, and drops the ball. He caught it, hit the wall, and it popped out of his glove.
Wasn't very high. Made a long run to get there.
It's like a trampoline over there.
A bit of a Jeter look to that play. This time of year, I don't know about you guys. I mean, the out would be nice. I just don't want him to get hurt for everything he's meant to this team. And that's been a lot. 2-1 to Carter. Bayo winds, he throws. Carter takes outside of fastball. 3-1. You're doing a triple header today, Joe.
Well, at least 2 games. I've got this one, then my grandson JoJo's game. He's for Walpole High playing at Weymouth, and then Thomas is way down there, South Plymouth.
3-1 is a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Bregman looking up into a cloudy sky is there. And that's a big league pop-up, 1 away. What have you made of the first 6 weeks of the Red Sox season, Joe?
Well, I think they're going to take off eventually. A little surprised that they've hit a little snag here the last week to 10 days. But I think they have the talent to really open things up and put a win streak together, maybe win 10 to 12.
Yeah, we were talking yesterday about how when 3 things go right, 1 thing tends to go wrong and it sinks the ship. You know, they got to be working on all cylinders and get it all working at once. When they do that, they're an outstanding team and shows what they are on paper.
Josh Young couldn't hold up on a Bayo slider. It's 0-1. He comes in with 3 homers and 10 driven in. Bayo throws. Young takes a ball. This is fitting with Joe in the booth. For burgers, lasagna, tacos to nachos, ground beef is on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Value pack 80% lean, fresh ground beef for $2.97 a pound. Here's the 1-1. Lowe. Every time I'm in Shaw's and I'm going down the aisles, I hear your voice, and it's a little jarring, I got to be honest.
It's strange for me, too. And then I hear Lou Merlone.
Hey, it's Lou. 2-1 to Josh Young. Bayo throws. He misses with a slider. He's not been that efficient early on. Bayo, he's already thrown 29 pitches, Joe, and we continue the quest for Bayo to trust his stuff.
I don't know if you mentioned it, but speaking of Lou, we went to town meeting in Marshfield, and he made an impassioned speech for the ball fields.
3-1, low ball four. So Young draws a 1-out walk, and apparently that speech was well received.
$1.275 million to renovate the ball fields, baseball and softball at Marshfield, Mass.
I need him to represent me with the Red Sox, apparently.
Yeah, he's good. Convincing.
1 on, 1 out. Here's Dustin Harris. This is the soft underbelly of the Rangers lineup today. Bayo must attack these hitters. You got Dustin Harris, then Tucker Barnhart. So an early test here for Bayo. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. I cannot tell you how many times last year and the year before we saw Bayo in the bottom of the order, 1 walk, and then the 8-9 hitters come up and things could sort of snowball. So a test here. Dustin Harris batting from the left side. 0-1. Popped down the left field line, slicing foul toward the seats. And out of play, 0-2. Well, Joe, we saw you over the weekend one of your all-time favorites was here in a different role as a proud father, and his son Cody did something unbelievable.
You know, I didn't realize this at the time, but Kyle Yastrzemski's grandson, Mike, homered in his first game at Fenway.
Yep.
And Cody Clemens homers in his first game at Fenway. But it was so emotional to be with Roger and Debbie and Jessica, who was Cody's wife, when he hit that home run. And they were so happy and emotional.
How could they not be? 0-2 to Dustin Harris. The pitch is a ground ball up the middle. Should be 2. Story's got it on the second base bag for 1. Over to first. Double play. Yeah, beautifully done in the shift in a way for the Red Sox.
Great job pitching in the zone right there, using the movement. That's where he's at his best.
So Bayo answers the test. Quick inning. We go to the second inning. No score to be Story, Toro, and Narvaez in the Shaws and Star Market. WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Rarely does a product come to the game of professional golf that is so quickly embraced by the pros. Shadin Precision Eyewear is that product. Go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and find out why Shadin sunglasses are trusted by tour players and their caddies. Shadin is so confident in their product, they're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use the code SPRING to receive 20% off your order. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and the code SPRING to experience golf's finest eyewear.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place is rough.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Hey, Gen X. Obviously, we're not 25 anymore, but with Factor 4, you can feel like you are. With fish oil, turmeric, CoQ10, and garlic, it fights inflammation, supports joints and heart health, and helps you stay strong. It's our #1 best-selling product for a reason. Because like all Live Good products, it's top quality without the expensive markups. Over 1.5 million people have already made the switch. Are you ready? Get yours today at livegood.com.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Trevor Story leading it off against Jack Leiter. No score, bottom second. Overhead wind for Leiter. The pitch to Story is fouled off. He was fooled there with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball up above the zone. Herb Chambers batting order brought to you by Herb Chambers Toyota of Auburn and Toyota of Boston. Story in a real funk offensively. 252 with 5 homers. The pitch is another strike. That was dotted at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, the book right now is getting ahead of Story with high fastballs, any kind of fastball, and then expanding with breaking balls from there. You put yourself in a hole 0-2 consistently, you're going to have to swing at those pitches. Just making that adjustment in game is hard.
It feels automatic that he's going to see a breaking ball off the plate away here. And it's actually a fastball up and in, maybe a setup pitch there. And it's 1-2. But it has been clockwork. He sees that over and over again.
Yeah, you can bet your bottom dollar after 97 high and tight, it's going to be a low and away right here.
1-2. Pitch ripped on the ground into left field. That's a base hit. He hung a changeup, did Leiter. Good stuff for Story, and the Red Sox for the second straight inning have the leadoff man aboard.
Did him a huge favor with that changeup. A breaking ball, glove side. He could have started it right on the block and worked its way off, but again, just missed spot right there.
Yeah, that was strange that he didn't go to the high heat away.
So here we go with Abraham Toro, who has looked really good for the Red Sox in a couple games at the plate. The consistent theme we've seen from him, line drives the other way. Story could be thinking about it here, leading at first. Pitch, Toro takes a ball. Fastball up and away.
By the way, I want to congratulate Amy Clivhog, who was just visiting with us here, along with her husband, Chris. She just retired as a Boston College softball coach, pursuing a career and working in mental health issues with high-profile athletes and CEOs and driven people.
So important. 1-0 pitch misses inside, a curveball, and it's 2-0. And I know, Joe, you were really moved by the loss of Porky Vieira last week.
Porky was a great basketball player and, of course, won over 1,100 games as a baseball coach at University of New Haven.
2-0 to Toros. Story leads the pitch. Ripped into air into right field. Garcia comes in. Really more of a lazy fly than anything, and Toro's gone, one away. We take 10 seconds for station ID in the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Will Fleming, Lenny DiNardo, and Joe Castiglione in his booth here at Fenway Park. Does it still get you every time you walk past that plaque?
It does. I still can't believe it. And of course, it was Roger Clemens that presented it to me. The plaque, that is.
Well, that really wasn't the exact one. You have a duplicate of it. Here's Carlos Narvaez, right-handed hitter. The pitch is fouled back. Fastball 0-1. They had that affixed to the booth that day, didn't they? And then you got, don't you have it in your home office?
I do have one, yes.
Joe, you've got your own booth, and I used to make the joke to Tom Caron. I had my best season statistically in Oakland, so I think they gave me a BP bucket or something laying around the Coliseum somewhere.
They're playing in Sacramento now.
The Possums are running wild there now.
They left the bucket in the Coliseum, I'm afraid.
One is outside of fastball. You know, the A's are actually an intriguing team. The ballpark is different. It's minor league. It flies out of there depending on the wind. But between Rooker and Butler, they got Wilson, this amazing rookie. Soderstrom has hit 10 home runs.
And a great manager in Mark Kotsay. Wonderful baseball guy. Was with the Red Sox back in 08 and 09.
1-1, the pitch. Narvaez swings and misses, badly fooled with the slider. I think it's really great, Joe, when guys take chances on teams like Brendan Hyde did with the Orioles, Kotsay did it with the A's, and now Will Venable's doing it with the White Sox when they can ride it out and sort of reap some of the rewards.
I'm certainly pulling for Will, a great guy. And I think he'll do very well. He has the patience, I think, necessary, as well as the knowledge.
You need it there. Benintendi went on the IL today for the White Sox. No score in the bottom of the second. Is that a balk? Yes, it is. Leiter sort of came together and then separated his hands without stepping off, and the Red Sox will take that gift from the young pitcher, Jack Leiter.
Again, this is a young pitcher. The game tends to speed up a little bit. Now you got a runner in scoring position.
I really like Baez as a catcher.
I think he's going to get the bulk of the playing time, and should. He's had a knack for the clutch, too. He hits the ball the other way a lot. The 1-2 is outside, very close pitch, and it's 2-2. Thoughtful guy, Venezuelan kid. Plus, he loves Trattoria Mia, and you love that, Joe?
I've seen him in there at Fort Myers.
2-2 to Narvaez. One out the pitch. Outside, slider. And it's 3-2. So here we go with Leiter in the same way that we said of Bayo, bottom of the order. I mean, Narvaez has been a really nice catcher, and he's had some big moments, but Leiter needs to attack Narvaez right here.
Well, you can see that last pitch right there. When he went into the leg kick, his eyes weren't on the target. He actually was looking towards third base at that point. So when runners are on the base, you could tell he doesn't have his full concentration on the glove.
3-2 is outside, ball 4. He walked him. That's a great plate appearance for Narvaez. By the way, Toro was the 7th batter, sponsored by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. 6-1-7 and then 7-7. Here's Cedon Rafaela, who's been mired in a prolonged slump, but last night shortened up, walked his first time, and had 2 base hits. See if he can deliver right here. 2 on, 1 out. Leiter throws. Cedon swings and misses at a fastball. That was right there. You cannot have a fastball more in the heart of the plate. It's 0-1.
Yeah, yesterday we saw him just have a little bit more patience during his at-bats and putting his A swing on good pitches and not missing. Again, that was 95 right down the middle. You don't want to miss that.
0-1. Pitch up and in. He was able to hold up there. Sinker, and it's 1-1. Cedon, 225 with a couple homers and 15 driven in. No score for now, but 2 on, 1 out. 1-1. Cedon takes a ball. That's a really encouraging take on a slider, and it's 2-1.
You guys are off to one of my favorite stops, Kansas City. Tonight, the Negro League Museum on the agenda.
Yeah, we're going to see Bob Kendrick tomorrow. Cannot wait for that. 2-1. Cedon, soft ground ball on the third base side of it's fair. It's a hit, but it's not. It hooks outside the chalk. It'll be 2-2.
I'm really looking forward to making that trip. I played in Kansas City back in 2009. One season I wasn't able to get there, so this will be my first opportunity to go out there and have a look. I've heard great things.
One of the more underrated ballparks in the game, don't you think, Joe?
I think so. It's always been beautiful. It opened in 1973, and they remodeled, but it's a baseball-only park long before. That was in the age of the cookie cutters, and it survived, even though there is talk now about a downtown stadium.
Yeah, back in 2009, I think they put $250 million into the ballpark that year.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Cedon. Leiter bothered by the runner's story at second. He spins back to the bag.
Plus to watch Bobby Witt Jr.
Ooh.
What a player.
You could argue he's the most complete two-way player in the whole sport.
That's a good place to shag baseballs in the outfield during batting practice because of the water flowing. If the wind blows just right, you can get it on the back of your neck.
2-2 is up. You mean as a player?
As a player, yeah.
And especially in the summer in Kansas City, you need it.
Off. Yeah,
a lot of room to roam, too.
I don't think the runners have any designs on going here with all the swing and miss that Rafaela has. 1 out, 3-2. Story at second. Narvaez at first. The pitch is popped up. Foul on the first base side. So Cedon is battling a little bit here. He's done that the last few days, and will do it again in a full count. Subaru of New England scoreboard. A little love goes a long way in the 25 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. The Yankees are off. They had a walk-off win. Sort of a stirring comeback win last night over the San Diego Padres. Baltimore's in Minnesota, leading 2-1, 3-2. Cedon fouls it off again.
And Devin Williams sort of turned things around last night. He walked a guy and hit a guy, but struck out the side, leaving the bases loaded in the 10th.
I believe that guy was Xander Bogaerts.
He was the third victim.
And he was so fired up, Williams. You know the pressure, the crucible of New York is getting to him. What a battle between Rafaela and Leiter here. The 8th pitch of the at-bat is outside, ball 4. That is fabulous from Rafaela. He draws a walk and a slider. Mike Maddox does not like that. And the bases are loaded with 1 down for Jarren Duran.
You average 98 miles an hour with your fastball. And right now he's kind of pitching like a thumber. 3-2 count with a slider. Hasn't really shown the capability to throw that in the zone consistently today. But again, great job of Rafaela extending that at bat, showing some patience. That's the next step for him. Early in his career, he would have definitely gone after that pitch. It would have been a strikeout. Getting on base right there, making the bases loaded, very important for him.
Rivalry Report sponsored by River Spring Residences, setting a new standard for memory care in New York City. 833-79-RIVER or visit riverspringresidences.org/radio to schedule a tour.
Great to see the CEO, David Pomeranz, here today, rooting for the Red Sox.
Well, in a couple weeks, his wallet's about to get a lot lighter.
His oldest daughter's getting married in Chicago.
You'll be there.
He's paying the freight.
What a moment this is for Jarren Duran. Hit by a pitch his first time. Sox have been sporadic with runners in scoring position this year. And here we go. They lead at every base for Duran. Leiter in a huge bind. He sets, he throws, and Jarren takes a strike on the outside corner. That's a pitch that ordinarily Jarren might rip the other way, even off the green.
That's where he's at his best. Sitting back, staying level with the barrel through the zone, driving it off the wall.
0-1.
When he's scuffling, when he starts to do that, you know he's going to get hot.
The pitch is fouled off on the third base side. Joe, he's got 6 balls off the green. I'm tracking him like you do. How about Alex Bregman? I mean, Bregman comes in today. He's already hit 9 home runs. He has 7 wall balls in the first month of the season.
15 doubles overall. Yeah, he's made for Fenway. It's been a long time since the Red Sox had a right-hand pull hitter like that to use the wall.
And it's been incredible to watch.
Think back to John Valentin, Jody Reed. Guys that hit the wall consistently.
I mean, and JD wasn't a prototypical right-handed pull hitter. His swing was to right center.
Right center, same with Jim Rice.
0-2. Here's the pitch, and it is low. Well, how about Manny? He liked the wall.
He did, but he hit the ball everywhere, too.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Manny hit balls that I felt like were out of the catcher's mitt. He would wait back so long and just flick it right over the pesky pole.
One of the most gifted natural hitters of all time. 1-2 with the bases loaded. No score. Duran waits. The pitch is outside in the dirt. And here comes Story. He's going to score on a wild pitch. Leiter spiked the changeup, and the Red Sox lead it 1-0.
He's just not comfortable right there. We talk about having ducks on the pond. He hits 3 of them in that situation. I could tell the heartbeat is beating fast in that situation. You don't want to leave that over the middle to Duran, but again, spiking that in that situation, you got to capitalize now. You have to go out there and get more than one this inning.
Well, at the very least, one more, because now the Rangers will concede the second run. They play the infield back. Now it's the catcher Narvaez running at third. The third baseman Young is sort of level with the bag. Really, anything past the pitcher, up the middle, or on the right side is going to give the Red Sox a second run. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leiter throws. Duran swings and grounds it exactly there to the right side. Semion's got it. He throws to first in time, but run scores, and it's 2-0 Boston.
Productive out.
Joe, you've seen it a lot of times. Doesn't matter how good your natural stuff is. It takes a little while for most pitchers early in their careers to sort of trust themselves.
Feel comfortable and confident. Surprised he got away from his fastball as much as he has.
Absolutely. I mean, it's 98 on average. That's a dominant pitch right there at the big league level. Just being able to spot that up is very important for him.
If he's been patient, I think he's going to be violent here. He swings and grounds one up the middle. Semien backhands. He plants on the outfield grass, throws to first in time, and Devers is gone. The inning is over. Joe, it was great to see you, man.
Good to see you guys. Good luck in Kansas City.
We'll miss you. We'll get some barbecue. We'll say hi to Bob.
Please do. Thank you so much.
The Hall of Fame voice of the Red Sox, Joe Castiglione. Red Sox get a couple across, 2-0 after 2. On the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place a rock.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
All right, fellas, remember when your energy was through the roof and your sex drive could chase down a cheetah? Yeah, let's bring that guy back. Live Good Vitality is packed with clean, natural ingredients to help boost testosterone, energy, and, well, bedroom enthusiasm. Get the best men's hormone support and all of your highest quality supplements without the crazy markups at livegood.com. Live Good Vitality. Feel good, play hard, and, score often.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, going the extra mile for your business pays off. With 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked through AmexTravel.com, you can earn more points to help grow your business. And with access to more than 1,400 lounges globally through the American Express Global Lounge Collection, including the Centurion Lounge,
can I get you a refill?
You can stay fresh wherever your business travel takes you. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/AmexBusiness.
La semana para miembros llegó con todo a Lowe's. No te pierdas descuentos de hasta 40% en cientos de productos, desde pintura hasta productos básicos para tu hogar y jardín. Aprovecha estas ofertas exclusivas desde ahora hasta el 14 de mayo en tiendas o en línea. ¿Aún no eres miembro de My Lowe's Rewards? Únete hoy gratis. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Programa de lealtad sujeto a términos y condiciones. Detalles en luz.com/terms, sujeto a cambios.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Brian Bayo to the mound with a 2-run lead. He'll see the 9-hole hitter, Tucker Barnhart, swinging it from the left side. Only 4 plate appearances thus far this season, and he takes sinking fastball outside for ball 1. That inning right there will drive Bruce Bochy and Mike Maddox crazy. I mean, you get the leadoff hit from Story, but then with 1 out walks of the 8-hole and 9 hitters, as Bayo falls behind Barnhart, but then peppers the outside corner with a strike, 1-1.
I'm hoping it drives Brian Bayo to go out there and pound the strike zone, get this offense back in the dugout as soon as possible.
1-1. Popped up. Foul side of third, and it'll make the seats with Narvaez and Bregman racing over. This is Barnhart's first start in the last 6 days. Debuted with the Rangers a week ago. Opened the season at AAA for them, but he's been a part of 12 Major League seasons, most of them with the Cincinnati Reds.
Get on that train. You know how that is.
Yes, you do. 1-2. Pitch. Foul off. Third base side. Does it ever get more normal to have to uproot your life and relocate?
It's never normal. It's never normal, but you're always, I'll just say this, the worst day in the big leagues is better than the best day in AAA ever. So just keep that in mind.
Here, the 1-2. Popped up. Back of third base. Long run over for Bregman, and he runs into the netting again. Out of room into the second row, and it stays 1-2.
Tell you what, that is like a trampoline right there. It's pretty tight, that netting. That can do some damage if you run hard into that.
I like how he approaches it. It's like he's really scouted it out. He puts his arms all the way up before letting his lower half get hit by the wall.
Exactly. Because Fenway Park, there's so many little nooks and crannies, and not even just the angles, but some of these walls are higher than others the farther out you go.
1-2, a hard ground ball inside the first base line for a base hit. It plays a bounce past the tarp into right field for Abreu, and Tucker Barnhart rips a ball into the corner for a leadoff hit. Check that pitch here. I think that was fastball right in the middle of the plate, and Barnhart did not miss it.
That's exactly where Narvaez put his glove. It's where he wanted it. Ideally, you want that up above the zone, get that above his hands to pop up the first base if he does.
So here's Josh Smith with Bregman in at third. Leadoff man aboard. 2-0. The Red Sox lead. The pitch is outside. That four-seam fastball is such an interesting thing, Lenny, for Bayo, because it's not a good pitch. It's been hammered in his life, especially by left-handers. That's not to say that he shouldn't show it occasionally. 1-0. Pitch. Fouled off on the first base side, but with it, location is everything.
Yeah, that's a sprinkle pitch. When you've got a two-seam fastball that moves arm side, you have a changeup, again, moves arm side. You have a slider that moves glove side, but it's important to have something firm that you can throw on the outer half, the righties, into lefties, just to kind of keep them off that arm side movement of your two dominant pitches.
1-1. Smith grounded the second his first time. Little outside with a fastball, two-seamer. And it's 2-1. Well, you said you hoped he'd pound the zone. He's not doing that right now.
No, the mentality right now for him is should be throw a two-seamer on the outer third, get him to roll over, get that double play ball.
2-1. Pitch is a looper into left field, and it's down for a hit in front of Jarren Duran. So here we go. 2-1. Nobody out for the Rangers in the top of the third.
That was a center cut fastball. The two-seamer right before that one was about 2 or 3 baseball lengths off, so he's got to find the middle area right there. It's either off the plate for a ball, helping him or getting him behind in the count, or right down the middle. He's got to find that release point.
Third inning brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're crossing the state line or just going cross town, Club Citgo can save you money on every fill-up along the way. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 2-1, none out. Red Sox lead 2-0. But here is Wyatt Langford, dangerous right-handed hitter. Fastball, that's a good one. Strike on the outside corner. 97, a little anger behind that one. It's 0-1.
Yeah, if he could live there, he's going to be at his best. Going up in the zone with the four-seamer above the barrel, but that's where his bread and butter is, dominating the bottom of the zone with that movement.
Langford singled his first time. 0-1. Pitch. Where's that? I guess a little low with a changeup. And it is 1-1.
When you're throwing a lot of pitches, getting deep in accounts, you got to have that conveyor belt mentality. Get them in and out, 3, 4 pitches, no more than that.
1-1. Pitch is very well framed there by Narvaez. That is awesome catching. He steals a strike, and it's 1-2.
That one probably hit the strike zone by a hair, but it was an outstanding job of pulling the ball up and giving the umpire a great look at where that pitch is.
Time called by the hitter Langford. Herb Chambers batting order after Langford, Peterson, and Garcia. Brought to you by Herb Chambers, Ford of Braintree, and Ford of Westboro. 2-1, none out. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Rip foul on the first base side. We are really pleased to have Ron Weber with us in the broadcast booth here this afternoon. I grew up listening to Ron, the long time radio voice of the Washington Capitals. And Ron endured a lot of heartache and some rebuilding years for the Caps. Playoff failure. The 1-2 is a little bit outside, a sinking fastball 2-2. But still died in the wool pulling for the Caps. They play the Carolina Hurricanes tonight, game 2 in their playoff series. Lost in overtime in game 1. And I cannot tell you how many times in my life I remember being in the back of the car with my mom or dad driving around listening to Ron describe those great Caps teams. The 2-2 is grounded on the left side. Bregman gloves. He will run towards second. Throw there. Now they got the runner in a rundown between second and third. Story will run. Langford back to the bag, and that's an unconventional double play. Wow. Bregman ran Tucker Barnhart back to the bag, then through to second just in time to get Smith there. Then Campbell threw to Story, and they chased him to the bag. So the old 5-4-6 double play.
You don't see that every day. Not at all. But I tell you what, that's a great job by Bayo getting back into the strike zone right there, getting his ground ball when he really needed it.
So now, 2 down, runner at first, runner goes, pitches a pitch out, they throw to second, a little bit up and away from Narvaez. They guessed right to the Red Sox, but that was a fabulous jump there by Langford. And he's got a steal. They have a strike up on the board. There's no way that was a strike, right?
Couldn't have been a strike.
No. I mean, it was a foot outside, so 1-0. But anyway, Ron Weber, just a fabulous hockey broadcaster. The years of Rod Langway and Kelly Miller, Dino Cicerelli, so many great. John Druce, Peter Bondra, 0-1 pitch. I could go on. Peterson takes a little bit outside, and it's 2-0.
So I've been to a couple, let's say 3 hockey games. I think I've been to a couple Whalers games, and Keith Falk took me to my first hockey game. It was a P. Bruins game. I have yet to see the actual Bruins play, but I want to make a point of getting over there.
Got to do it. Live hockey is awesome. 1-1. Pitch is outside, and you know, play-by-play of hockey is particularly difficult. It's always changing. There's 10 guys on the ice. The puck's moving around, and your job is to literally capture every single pass, which Ron did so expertly. 2-1. 2-0 Sox in the top of the third. Langford at second. Bayo throws. He misses to Peterson, and that is ball 4. So Bayo has now walked 3 in the game, and you just, as Andrew Bailey comes out, you understand it, right? These are difficult hitters, but when you get 2 runs up on the board, to walk the 7-hole hitter and then here a base hit to Barnhart and Smith, Bayo is making this harder on himself than it needs to be.
Yeah, he's absolutely battling himself right now. You can see the frustration on the mound. He walked toward the back and literally threw the rosin bag down on the ground. Oftentimes when your release point's off just by a little bit, it's something mechanical. But again, taking that deep breath and trusting your stuff and thinking a positive affirmation, something like strike or aggressive right before you go in your motion, can do wonders when you're falling into these little traps.
And of course now, Bayo's put himself in the unenviable spot that the go-ahead run is Adolis Garcia, and he comes to the plate. Moment will get you the New England Chevy dealers question of the day on Twitter and X. 2 on, 2 out. 2-0 Sox. Big jam, though, here for Bayo. Out of the stretch, he throws, and Garcia takes a ball. Changeup 1-0. The question today at Sox Booth on Twitter: will Alex Bregman win AL MVP this season? I think it's a pretty clear answer right now. But he's absolutely making a case to be in the conversation. 1-0. Pitch is a looper foul. Out of play?
He's absolutely in the conversation, but the season that Aaron Judge is having right now, if you look at the baseball reference page, there are 27 categories, right? If you look at the stats, he has 14 of them. He's leading in 14 of them. And that's also counting hit by pitch, grounded a double play, caught stealing, the ones that you don't want. He's not leading in those.
1-1 is outside. As they say, measuring sort of the Hall of Fame case for players, what you're talking about, when you lead the league in any category, they bold it in black. And so it's become a thing to measure the Hall of Fame worthiness by black ink. And it's all over his page.
It really is.
2-1. is fouled off of the first base side. Bayo's had some trouble here in this game. I mean, he's thrown 58 pitches. A walk and a hit in the first, got out of that jam, but then a walk in the second. Double play got him out of there. He's had a double play in this third inning. Otherwise, he'd be in even more trouble than he is.
Yeah, 2-out walk, getting to one of their hottest hitters. You have to feel like this is the last pitch of the game. It's not, but you have to take that mentality and dig deep right here.
2-2. Pitch is high with a fastball, not close at all. And it's 3-2. Marcus Semien is out on deck. Pitching is not easy. Lenny could attest to that. But so much of it is waged between the ears. 3-2. Runners will be off. They go. The pitch is fouled off the end of the bat. And it's just plain to see with Bayo, he is battling himself far too often on the mound.
And you're right. Pitching is not easy, but you can make it easier on yourself when you start trusting your stuff inside the strike zone. Brayan Bello has elite movement. He's got an elite fastball. But it only works if you can spot it up, if you can command those pitches and get ahead.
He'll be off again from first and second. Another 3-2 coming home. Here it is. And he walked him outside. Bayo's walked back-to-back hitters, 4 overall. And unfortunately, this is too frequent a scene for Bayo. Gets 2 runs on the board with some help from the Rangers. And he does not lock it down. Now the bases are loaded with 2 outs for Marcus Semien.
And you're seeing a little bit of the body language that we've seen early in his career as far as fighting himself mentally. You know, these are the times where you're trying to slow the heartbeat down rather than speed it up.
So here we go, loaded up with 2 down. The pitch to Semien. Chopper toward third, but foul. Again, the behind-the-scenes look at this pitcher last year in the Netflix show just sort of underscored everything we saw on the field. Kind of like as if you were underwater looking at the feet of a duck paddling, where like you could see with Bayo the emotions almost bubbling over every time he took the mound. 0-1. The pitch. That's a slider outside. And Lenny, it's little things and big, right? And that pitch right there is just such a classic example of why he hurts himself. That is such a non-competitive, easy take.
And you want a guy with fire to take the mound every 5 days. And I know there's been mechanical similarities between Pedro Martinez and Brayan Bello, and they're not the same pitcher.
1-1 is looped back of second base. Campbell is onto the outfield grass. He's there to make the play. Bayo's going to get away with it. Rangers leave the bases loaded. We'll go to the bottom of the third, 2-0 Red Sox. Bregman, Campbell, and Abreu coming up in the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place erupts.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
All right, fellas, remember when your energy was through the roof and your sex drive could chase down a cheetah? Yeah, let's bring that guy back. Live Good Vitality is packed with clean, natural ingredients to help boost testosterone, energy, and, well, bedroom enthusiasm. Get the best men's hormone support and all of your highest quality supplements without the crazy markups at livegood.com. Live Good Vitality. Feel good, play hard, and, you know, score often.
Your dream getaway,
welcome in,
starts at the airport. With Amex Platinum, you get access to the Centurion Lounge where you can find space to send off that last work email, fill up on premium dining, and finally, relax for up to 3 hours before takeoff. You might even wish your layover could last just a little longer.
Flight to Mexico, now boarding.
Oh, that's me.
That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. For more information, visit americanexpress.com/withAmex.
Hey, it's Alex Bregman. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Alex Bregman leads it off in the bottom of the third, 2-0 Red Sox. Jack Leiter into the wide he throws, and Bregman takes a strike on the outside corner. I can't take how long it takes Adam Beck to call a strike. What are we waiting for?
Let's go. A little urgency.
0-1.
Let's get away day.
Fly out his first time. Here's the pitch. Bregman pops it straight back and foul. What a big play that was by him, as it makes the seats. A lot of third baseman, Lenny, I don't think turned that double play. He noticed that Barnhart was taking a big secondary lead, a hot shot to him. He ran him back to the bag, and then that internal clock so perfectly timed to throw it to Campbell and then still initiate the rundown to get the double play.
Yeah, when you knock that ball down, you get in the glove, your first instinct is just to kind of let it go, throw the ball to the next, to second base. But he had the wherewithal to go run him back toward the bag and then make the throw at the correct time.
Oh, look out, up and in with an 0-2 pitch. There's been a little bit of that for Bregman. He's had a couple balls thrown behind him. Not that there's any intent there, but it is 1-2.
Yeah, if you look at where he's at offensively right now, pitchers are trying to make him uncomfortable because he looks extremely comfy right now in the batter's box.
1-2, swing and a miss. Fastball 97, he's gone. He does crowd the plate, too. He's able to get to the pitch inside and often keep it fair. There's Leiter's first strikeout. And one down, here's Christian Campbell. Apparently the Pirates have fired Derek Shelton, which he's the total fall guy for an organization that is absolutely mired in utter failure. They spend no money. Here's Christian Campbell, and a strike on the outside corner with a slider. It's the Rockies and the Pirates right now that are the poster children for bad ownership and no spending. Bad for the game.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be able to spend money. You can't cry poverty if you're an owner in those cities either.
Grounded to second, throw from Simeon to first in time. We've seen the books on these teams, and we get it. The gate does dictate the profit loss balance sheet for these teams, but they're getting so much revenue sharing from teams like the Red Sox and the Yankees and the Dodgers to not put it back on the field. And by the way, not to bring up the elephant in the room, but that is one of the things that is looming after next season into the next CBA negotiation. You cannot have teams spending $0. Here's Willier with 2 down. The pitch is a strike on the inside corner.
Yeah, and teams that don't go out and spend money like that, you take the Tampa Bay Rays model, but they're not, though. I mean, their farm system's not where the Rays were a few years ago.
0-1 pitch. High fly down the right field line toward the pesky pole. Garcia over and to his left. He's there in time to make the play. Abreu just missed that. We'll get to the league leaders, get into some drains by James when we come back. 2-0 Red Sox over the Rangers after 3 on the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
La semana para miembros llegó con todo a Lowe's. No te pierdas descuentos de hasta 40% en cientos de productos, desde pintura hasta productos básicos para tu hogar y jardín. Aprovecha estas ofertas exclusivas desde ahora hasta el 14 de mayo en tiendas o en línea. ¿Aún no eres miembro de My Lowe's Rewards? Únete hoy gratis. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Programa de lealtad sujeto a términos y condiciones. Detalles en lowes.com/terms, sujeto a cambios.
All right, everybody, it's here. The March to Spring Training and Opening Day is officially upon us. Hey, I'm Rob Bradford from Baseball Isn't Boring, and we'll have you covered every single day with instant reactions to late-breaking signings, determining which players are, yes, truly in the best shape of their lives, and behind-the-scenes stories from all the excitement and intrigue that spring training brings. Follow Baseball Isn't Boring in the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
With all the money you can save on gas when you use the Club Citgo Rewards app, you're good to go. But good to go where? Good to go fly first class?
Hot towel.
Cool. Good to go to the opera. Good to sit ringside at a boxing match. Good to go salsa dancing? Tap dancing? Or polka dancing? Download Citgo's money-saving Club Citgo app today. The easiest way to save money on fuel. Now you're good.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place erupts.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Brian Bayo back to the mound for the top of the fourth inning. Red Sox lead the Rangers 2-0. And a first pitch to Evan Carter's a slider on the outside corner for strike one. Fourth inning brought to you by Cars for Kids. Easiest way to get rid of your old car. Bayo throws and a fastball misses high. And it is 1-1. Donate today and your car can be picked up tomorrow. Donate now at carsforkids.com. And of course, that is Cars with a K. A couple special guests here in the top of the fourth. We'll tell you about in a second. The 1-1. Soft ground ball on the right side. Campbell ranges to his left. He's there to make the grab. Throw to first. Toro gets it. And the play is made. Chris Buchanan, who's Walmart's Director of Public Affairs, and Dan Magoon, I should say, the Executive Director of the Mass Fallen Heroes. And great to have you guys. What an incredible cause. Thanks for taking the time to tell us what you guys have going on.
Yeah, gentlemen, thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Dan, what an important thing you guys have spearheaded and all the people you've helped over these last many years. Tell us about the great work that's going on.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to be with you guys, and it's great to join Chris here from the Walmart Foundation.
Absolutely.
One of the proud, co-founders of Mass Fallen Heroes, and we started Patriot Week here about 10 years ago. We've been serving the Commonwealth and honoring the men and women who gave the ultimate sacrifice for the last 15 years. So we're getting ready for a great series of events, and honored to have Walmart be a part of it, and obviously all the work that we get to do here with the station.
0-2 to Josh Young. Popped up into shallow center field. Sedan is going to glide in and make the play. Couple of quick outs. So many great programs and ventures, Chris, to celebrate and honor and support the people who've made that ultimate sacrifice.
Absolutely. Walmart's thrilled to support Mass Fallen Heroes. But, what a great organization doing terrific work. And, Walmart as a whole, I mean, we've got a very, very strong commitment to our veterans, employing well over 400,000 veterans and military spouses, for that matter, since 2013.
Dustin Harris, the batter. Chris is a pro at this. Fastball.
I wouldn't go that far, Will.
Listen to these pipes. He knows what he's doing. God.
I wouldn't go that far.
Great to see Chris again.
You guys are the pros.
I think it's so neat to be so intentional about it. As the 0-1 pitch misses outside, it's 1-1. And you do, Chris, right? Like, it's the impact on the people who make that sacrifice and come back and need help. You guys go out of your way to employ so many.
Absolutely, and give it back to groups and organizations who have contributed well over $10 million since 2022 alone.
1-1 is grounded to second. It's going to be a quick inning. We're going to keep Chris and Dan with us for the bottom half of the inning. And I have a feeling that because of the great work they do, they're going to get the Red Sox some runs. It's 2-0 after 3.5 at Fenway on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
All right, fellas. Remember when your energy was through the roof and your sex drive could chase down a cheetah? Yeah, let's bring that guy back. Live Good Vitality is packed with clean, natural ingredients to help boost testosterone, energy, and, bedroom enthusiasm. Get the best men's hormone support and all of your highest quality supplements without the crazy markups at livegood.com. Live Good Vitality. Feel good, play hard, and, score often.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet for only $50 a month with a 2-year plan price lock guarantee and equipment included. So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
Your dream getaway?
Welcome in.
Starts at the airport. With Amex Platinum, you get access to the Centurion Lounge where you can find space to send off that last work email, fill up on premium dining, and finally, relax for up to 3 hours before takeoff. You might even wish your layover could last just a little longer.
Flight to Mexico now boarding.
Oh, that's me.
That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. For more information, visit americanexpress.com/withAmex.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Trevor Story leads it off for the Red Sox in the bottom of the fourth, 2-0 Red Sox. We're happy to tell the story of Mass Fallen Heroes and their great partnership with Walmart. Chris Buchanan and Dan Magoon continue with us. They got a lot of stuff coming up beginning on Armed Forces Day, beginning May 17th. Story digs in. The pitch is ripped high into the air, into right center field, toward the triangle, but on the run, back to make the play is Evan Carter. These guys come along and quick outs follow one away on one pitch. Dan, what do you got? I mean, it starts May 17th. There's so many great things happening in Boston.
Yeah, this is one true event for us. I mean, we really try to, obviously honor the men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice since we started the organization. It dates back to 2011, September 11th. So we bring the families together. We dedicate the memorial that we built 10 years ago in the Seaport.
Here's Abraham Toro down it, and you place flags to honor all the fallen.
We do. So we'll start that on Armed Forces Day. We'll take the entire footprint of the memorial, cover it in American flags, and that'll stay up right through Memorial Day.
1-0 with one down in the bottom of the fourth. Red Sox lead the Rangers 2-0, 2-0, I should say. As Toro takes a pitch for a strike. I grew up in the D.C. area, and this happens Memorial Day, Veterans Day, throughout the year. When people take their time and go put the American flags on all the headstones of all the fallen heroes at those places, there really is nothing that stirs sort of the patriot in you more than that as the 1-1 pitch misses outside.
Yeah, and that's what it's really about. It's about bringing the families in, and it's about their service, their sacrifice, and making sure the public understands the men and women that raised their right hand and protected this country and still continue to do it today. So obviously complementing it with Memorial Day is important for us.
2-1 pitch is fouled off. And what I think is really cool about what you and Walmart are doing is not only just honoring the sacrifice, but thinking about the next chapter in their lives and some of these things where they're pitching businesses and things. What a cool way to open doors.
Yeah, it's really important for us to obviously service the veterans, right? And the men and women that are coming out of the military and providing those opportunities that don't traditionally exist. And, entrepreneurship is one of those key factors.
2-2. Is a broken bat blooper towards second. Semien backpedals, plays it on one hop, throws to first, and in time. So you got the Innovet Strack pitch competition at 10 World Trade Center, and then the gala at Encore Boston Harbor. And I know they've been a great partner with you too.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the biggest events we have of the year, over 1,000 people, and obviously, the great support from the folks like Walmart that come in and actually create the funds and make sure that the organization can continue to sustain and provide these services for not only the Gold Star families, but the military community in general, and also our returning veterans. So we're excited to be a part of it. It's a huge week for us. It's something that really keeps us, in the front line and keeps us moving as we continue to grow.
Here's Carlos Narvaez. He swings and misses. That's the voice of Dan Magoon, the executive director of Mass Fallen Heroes and Innovets. It is 2-0 Red Sox in the bottom of the fourth. I can only imagine how emotional it must be when you rededicate the memorial and you're going to honor the people who've lost their lives in the year that has gone by. The 0-1 pitch to Narvaez is a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, this is an important year for us. One of our co-founders was killed back in 2018, Eric Iman, a staple with the organization. His wife will participate. She's actually speaking at the gala and the rededication, along with Tyler Vargas Andrews, who's one of the Marines who was injured severely
0-2
during the withdrawal from Afghanistan. So it's the way we kind of educate the public and still keep those stories alive and honor the legacies of the men and women who fought and continue to fight today and came home, but also the ones that we lost, including one of our own.
1-2 with two down. Pitch to Narvaez is in the dirt. Dan and Chris, I know you feel this way. I certainly do. I get to come to this place. And as Larry Lacuna said, work in the Toy Story of life. And it's cool when you interact with organizations like yours and events like those that you throw when you say, the only reason I get to do this is because of the sacrifices those folks made.
Absolutely.
2-2. Narvaez, the pitch, is ripped high and deep down the right field line toward the pesky pole. Garcia over, and it's out of play and foul. It must be so rewarding for both of you to be involved in this.
Absolutely. And these guys, as you can hear, I just shut up and listen over here. And, he goes through all the events and all the planning and all the work these folks are doing. Walmart's so proud just to play a small part in that for funding this organization. So they're doing the real work.
And I would imagine, Chris, that the veterans you do hire are some of your best employees.
Absolutely. It's interesting, even on the business side as well, Walmart spent over $1 billion with veteran-owned businesses just within the last year alone.
2-2 is outside.
That's $1 billion with a B.
That's DiNardo money.
Oh, boy.
I just think it's such an important reminder. All of us live and die with baseball games and box scores and standings, but there's so much more important out there as Narvaez swings and misses. He is gone and the inning is over. Chris and Dan, just wonderful work. It's so great to always catch up with you. Thanks so much.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Anytime. Again, by the way, we'll give you the information about how to get involved and donate when we continue through the ball game here today. 2-0 after 4. Red Sox lead the Rangers in the Shaws and Star Market. WEI Red Sox.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place a rock.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you have the card that helps businesses dream bigger. Get a flexible spending limit that adapts with your business and earn 1.5 times membership rewards points on select business purchases. So you can stock up on what you need to take your business further and get rewarded for growing bigger. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Not all purchases will be approved. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
La semana para miembros llegó con todo a Lowe's. No te pierdas descuentos de hasta 40% en cientos de productos, desde pintura hasta productos básicos para tu hogar y jardín. Aprovecha estas ofertas exclusivas desde ahora hasta el 14 de mayo en tiendas o en línea. ¿Aún no eres miembro de My Lowe's Rewards? Únete hoy gratis. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Programa de lealtad sujeto a términos y condiciones. Detalles en luz.com/terms, sujeto a cambios.
Baseball is back. The 2025 MLB season is upon us. So what's the easiest way to keep up with all the big stars, top scores, and fun storylines from the night before? What's the solution? Is there a secret?
Chocolate milk and squats. That's the secret.
Not quite, Pete, but there is the Morning Lineup podcast, a quick, less than 10-minute morning highlight show from MLB. It airs Mondays through Fridays on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. You bring the chocolate milk, we'll bring the baseball news.
Hart, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Brian Bayo would love an efficient inning here as we go to the top of the 5th. It is 2-0 Red Sox, 72 pitches thrown, though, for Bayo, which is not an exorbitant amount, but he'd really like to lock it in. He had a quick 4th inning, much needed. And here's the 9-hole hitter, Tucker Barnhart, who singled last time. He takes the fastball way outside for ball 1. We told you that Aaron Judge is leading the universe in just about everything. League leaders and who's circling the drain, presented by Drains by James, the 1-0. Slider crushed into right field, and that's a base hit down in front of Abreu. So the 9-hole hitter is 2 for 2 against Bayo. Drains by James, Eastern Mass's leader in residential and commercial drain cleaning and pipelining. DrainsByJames.com. At Drains by James, they give a poop about your pipes. So, for the second time in 3 innings, Barnhart leads off the inning with a hit. And here's Josh Smith. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. It's hard for me to imagine that no one has said to Adam Beck throughout all of his time as an umpire, make the signal sooner. 0-1.
We talk about pitching mechanics have gotten simpler, right?
Here's a liner into left center field, but Rafaela's got it lined up. He glides to his right. He's there to make the play, and there's one away.
The umpires are making calls are a little bit simpler now. We're long gone are the days where Leslie Nielsen's behind home plate as
Frank
Enrique
Drebin.
Palazzo or whatever. Frank Drebin doing the moonwalk, calling strike 3.
I mean, it is a full beat before he steps back and raises his arm.
Very methodical.
Not to complain too much. Here's Wyatt Langford, who's singled and grounded out. The pitch is a little outside. In fact, he put the ball in play that was the double play back in the 3rd. 2-0 Red Sox.
You talk about the 9-hole hitter getting on base twice. The first piece of advice that Bobby Ojeda gave me in A-ball as my first pitching coach.
Can't wait. The 1-0 is outside.
He told me, listen, 3-4-hole guys, 2-3-4-hole guys are going to get their hits. You cannot let 7, 8, and 9 beat you.
It's great advice, especially today with Dustin Harris and Tucker Barnhart down there. And look, these are big league players. It's not an affront to them, but Bayo's got to do better down there. 2-0. The pitch Chopper toward third. Bregman plays it to second for one. Campbell's relay, not in time. Langford runs too well. Wasn't hit all that hard. I mean, Bregman laid back on it a little bit. They get the lead runner at second, and they're 2 away.
Yeah, lead runner is absolutely important there, but you're right. You get a fast runner. That ball wasn't hit very hard, kind of back on the infield a little bit. Made a good firm throw, just wasn't quite quick enough. This team can turn a double play, though, I'll tell you what.
And it's been a welcome change. Now, they've gotten in trouble this season a couple times when they've not done it. But Bregman is such a linchpin for that. Here's Jock Peterson, who's walked twice today. What a series he's having, other than the fact that he tried to bunt with 2 strikes and a 6-run lead. But he's been on base 7 times.
Did we ever get any confirmation of what he was thinking?
No. I mean, he wasn't thinking. That's the point. I know that Bruce Bochy was thinking, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
By the way, Boch did take the blame for last night, pitching to Alex Bregman. He said, I'll wear that one as Peterson takes a pitch outside for ball 1. Oh, look at Lenny's. Yeah, I've been flipping a baseball around, and I just dropped it. And Lenny picked it up with his bare hand, had his thumb under it like he was flipping a quarter to me. Is that like practicing curveball spin?
That's
what are you doing?
You give a pitcher a baseball, and the first thing you do is they flick it up there like that. They flick it.
That's awesome. 1-0. The pitch is outside, 2-0 to Peterson. I mean, the number of times as the 4th inning bell, brought to you by Russell Hackman and the team at Hackman Wealth Partners, Boston's premier retirement planning specialist. Request your appointment today or learn more at hackmanwealth.com. 2-0 from Bayo. The runner goes. The pitch is outside. The throw, not in time. Langford has got another steal. He's a demon on the bases. It is 3-0 to Peterson.
Cannot have another 2-out walk right here. Runner in scoring position. This is his opportunity to bear down. He had a quick inning last inning. Right now, he's got to go right after this batter, get back into this count, make some good pitches.
It's 2-0 Red Sox. Peterson is the tying run in consecutive games. He's ripped doubles that have bounced over the wall past the pesky pole. 3-0. Bayo's 83rd pitch is coming. Slayton up in the pen. He missed again, did Bayo. That's ball 4, and we'll see what Alex Cora does here. That is the 5th walk issued by Bayo. Which has not been sharp.
He's been able to make pitches to get out of jams, but walking 5 guys and still having 4 zeros on the board right now is definitely atypical.
And that's going to do it. Alex has seen enough. He's going to bring Slayton in here in the 5th inning. Red Sox lead 2-0. Tying runs aboard here at Fenway Park. We'll check in on the Subaru of New England scoreboard. A little love goes a long way. The 25 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. We'll be in Kansas City tomorrow. They got the White Sox in town today. 2-0. They lead in the top of the 4th. The Twins have tied the O's 2-2 in the 7th. All of a sudden, Minnesota's hot. And the Orioles really scuffling. They came in today 13-22. 7 games out of first place in the American League East. Pretty much everything else is later today, including the Blue Jays out in Anaheim at 9:38. Trying to get Justin Slayton right. What a task for him. Adolis Garcia is on the mound. He's at the plate with Slayton on the mound when we return to Fenway. 2-0, 2 on, 2 out in the 5th from the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
During this call to the bullpen, your New England Ford dealers remind you that this is the perfect time to check out all their great Ford truck offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on Ford F-150, built Ford tough and smarter than ever. The legendary Super Duty, our most capable heavy-duty pickup, and the turbocharged Ranger, ready for your next adventure. Visit buyfordnow.com and see why now's the time to buy or lease your new Ford truck.
Do you suffer from projectile dysfunction? That's when there's something stuck in your drains and pipes causing a backup. It can happen to the best of us, and Drains by James can get you unclogged and feeling free again. Projectile dysfunction can be serious if not treated right away. It will impact things at home, and you'll wonder why you didn't take care of it sooner. Go to DrainsByJames.com. Drains by James. They give a poop about your pipes.
Justin Slayton trying to get right, and he has a chance to do so in a huge spot. It's 2-0 Red Sox, but Texas has got 2 on with 2 out, and here comes Adolis Garcia. Slayton has allowed earned runs in his last 3 consecutive outings, 6 of them over 2 1/3 innings. I think most troubling of all, there have been some big flies hit off him. Speaking of, here is the slugger, Adolis Garcia. Slayton's got closer stuff. He could use it right here. The pitch is inside, not close. Fastball, maybe a purpose pitch. Get Garcia off the plate, and it's 1-0.
I don't mind that pitch. 96 right on the hands. That's going to open up the outer half. Slayton's fallen into trouble with his breaking balls, just not getting them on the corners, kind of missing middle with the changeup, the slider. He's got to be able to locate those down in the zone off of that fastball.
So Bayo goes only 4 2/3. The 1-0 is a soft ground ball on the right side. Campbell's got a long run to it, to his left. Gloves, throws to first. In time, they got him by a step. That was great closing speed by Christian. He was shaded way up the middle. That is pure athleticism, and a good job by Slayton and KC to end the inning.
Tell you what, he is adapting to that position outstanding. Great play, the footwork right there, being able to get the ball out of the glove and into the first baseman's mitt, elite.
We go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 Sox in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place erupts.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you have the card that helps businesses dream bigger. Get a flexible spending limit that adapts with your business and earn 1.5 times membership rewards points on select business purchases. So you can stock up on what you need to take your business further and get rewarded for growing bigger. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Not all purchases will be approved. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
Lowe's knows a thriving yard starts with quality care. Right now, get Miracle-Gro 3/4 cubic foot all-purpose garden soil for just $2. Was $4.58. Plus, get a free Select Ego 56-volt trimmer or blower with the purchase of a Select Ego 56-volt mower. The best yard starts with the best deals. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/14. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Cedar Rafael leads it off in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch from Leiter, crushed high and deep into left center field. This is going to be way back, and it is off the wall above the Moderna sign. Cedon's got a wall ball double to lead off the bottom of the 5th.
You could see him start to get hot yesterday with the patience, putting his A-hack on good pitches, mistakes inside the strike zone. Very aggressive on that first pitch, on a good pitch to hit, hitting to the big part of the field, dead center field. Outstanding job by Rafaela right there.
He missed a home run by about 10 feet to the left, right beneath that yellow line of the batter's eye. So Cedon into scoring position. Here comes Jarren Duran. Well, Jarren had a productive out his last time. RBI ground out to second. You love something similar or more here. 2-0. The pitch is a beauty. Curveball in the outside corner. It's 0-1. He has been great with runners in scoring position, Duran. 382 with 3 doubles and 3 triples.
So this is an opportunity with Leiter, slider, the changeup he likes to throw inside. Pull that ball, get it behind the runner.
0-1 is pulled. On the ground to the right side to a knee. Semien gloves, throws to first in time, but that is still such a good at-bat by Duran. On the play, Rafael is over to third.
Very productive right there. Just getting the ball on the ground, poking it to the right side of the bag, getting Rafael over with 1 out now. Now you're just one big swing away from Rafael Devers getting that run in.
The truth is, it doesn't even need to be that big a swing. They will bring the infield in. Devers has walked and grounded out. Runner at third with 1 down. Here's the pitch. Rafi takes strike. Thank you, Adam Beck. Took a nap, and then it was called a strike. It's 0-1.
Just had a little snack and then decided to make the call.
Cheerios banana, put a blankie on the mat. Recess is next. 0-1 to Devers. In all the way around on the infield. Pitch. Line drive into center field. That's a base hit. And Raffy does the job. Cedon scores. They pay off the leadoff double. And it's 3-0 Red Sox.
Just a flick of the hands right there. Reaching down on a nice low pitch. He's so strong, really. That wasn't even a full swing. Just kind of flicked him a little bit, poked it towards center field. And again, if you listen to Alex Cora talk about this offense, when they're using center field in the gaps, that's when you can tell that they're going to get hot. And Rafael Devers is right there.
24th run batted in. He runs as Bregman takes a pitch, throw to second, not in time. Raffy feeling frisky. That was awesome.
He's a burner.
He totally sneak attacks Leiter. And for Devers, that's his first steal of the year. Bregman saw it, took it, and he's got a man in scoring position.
This is just another example. If you got a young pitcher on the mound, he's given up some hard contact. A run was already scored. You know his mind really isn't on Devers at first base. Decided to capitalize right there with the wheels.
So 0-1 to Bregman. The pitch is outside. Those two things are the best version of Devers. I mean, it must be so hard for him in some way, Lenny, because when you felt that and lived it, you can hit a ball 700 feet and you can launch balls near the Ted Williams seat. To have the discipline to know you can just reach out and flick a ball for power, the 1-1. He has a ball outside to Bregman, 2-1. It's a constant battle for freakish talents like Devers, but he absolutely is at his best when he's at peace with that.
We've seen 4 or 5 different varieties of swings from Rafael Devers, depending on the count, depending on the location.
2-1 is on the ground to third. Young to his left. He's got it. He'll throw low to first, picked out there by Peterson. That's a really nice snare there by Jock. Devers holds at second, 2 down.
But you're right, to hit a pitch that's down in the zone and know that you're just doing a job, trying to get the ball to the outfield any way, shape, or form. It was all just hands, just eye-to-hand coordination and flicking the barrel to the baseball. I like it, though, when he takes that big hack and it's all the way behind his back and he sits there and admires the 450-foot ball. He, like, take your photos, and now I'll run.
Those are fun for sure. Here's Christian Campbell. Pitch is up and in. Sinking fastball. Ball 1. 3-0 Red Sox in the bottom of the 5th. Code word of the game, NOMAR 5. NOMAR 5. Enter your code word in the member portal today to claim your points. 1-0. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball. And it's 1-1. Campbell's fly to right and grounded to second. Most unique setup and swing. 1-1. The pitch is a strike. He was looking for something different there, Lenny. He stepped toward the mound ready for a fastball. He laid off a slider, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that wasn't a terrible pitch to take. I mean, it was a slider. He was looking for a fastball. You can tell by that. Now, sorry, if you're on the mound right now and you see him take that hack, I would go right back to it.
1-2. The pitch is strike 3 called. Fastball bottom of the zone. Campbell frozen, and the inning is over. However, Cedon ignites a rally. Run in, and after 5, 3-0 Red Sox in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Get your family 4-pack to see the New England Revolution take on the San Jose Earthquakes at Gillette Stadium on Saturday, May 17th at 7:30.
This place a rock.
Get 4 tickets, saving up to 33% off box office prices, plus 4 concession vouchers valued at $70. Saturday, May 17th. Get your tickets at revolutionsoccer.net/tickets. That's revolutionsoccer.net.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, going the extra mile for your business pays off. With 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked through AmexTravel.com, you can earn more points to help grow your business. And with access to more than 1,400 lounges globally through the American Express Global Lounge Collection, including the Centurion Lounge,
Can I get you a refill?
you can stay fresh wherever your business travel takes you. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
Lowe's knows a thriving yard starts with quality care. Right now, get Miracle-Gro 3/4 cubic foot all-purpose garden soil for just $2. Was $4.58. Plus, get a free Select Ego 56-volt trimmer or blower with the purchase of a Select Ego 56-volt mower. The best yard starts with the best deals. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/14. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
College holds a mythic place in American culture. On the new Campus Files podcast, we uncover the scandals you won't hear on the campus tours. Find Campus Files on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Dustin Slayton continues in the game. What a big out he got in the 5th inning. Now the first pitch of the 6th. DeMarcus Semien is a cutter that misses outside for ball 1. Clearly Alex Cora wanted Slate in that big spot as Semien can't check his swing. Called a strike anyway on a cutter. And it's 1-1. But this is, Lenny, I'm sure you've been there. This is the process of rebuilding the confidence of a dominant bullpen arm. 1-1. That's a beauty, but a little bit high with a cut fastball, 2-1.
And you listen to Slayton after those outings where he got knocked around a little bit. He's telling you, my stuff feels great. I feel outstanding. My fastball's there. You're just missing location.
2-1. Pitch. High in the air into center field. Rafaela glides back in front of the dirt. Right there. He's galloping to make the play. One away. His stuff is off the charts, Lenny, and it's basically just especially 2-strike execution.
Yeah, you've got to be able to put that pitch down in the zone. If you're going down, if you're going up, you got to be able to force it up. And that's a confidence thing. If I tell you right now, don't think of pink elephants, the first thing that pops to your mind is pink elephants. You need to think down. You need to be convicted in every pitch you throw.
I don't that often think about pink elephants, I got to tell you. Here's Evan Carter. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Red Sox baseball. Brought to you by Pink Elephants and by your New England Ford dealers in the F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 48 years and the official truck of the Red Sox. More purple elephants for me. The 0-1 is way high with a fastball, 1-1.
So basically, you have to visualize where you want that pitch to go. You don't just want to say, okay, this ball is going to be down. You have to see it happen right in your head before you make it happen. My pitching coach in college was big on that. Derek Johnson, who's now the pitching coach for the Cincinnati Reds, who's at Vanderbilt after he left Stetson.
What a factory that is. 1-1 is chopped toward first and foul outside the bag. It really goes DiNardo, DeGrom, and Gilbert in the Stetson annals, doesn't it?
So I do have the career strikeout record there.
Is that right?
Logan Gilbert beat me my season record, and I called him in the clubhouse the night he did it at Stetson.
That's cool.
I'm glad he's having an outstanding career at the big league level.
They're loaded up out there, the Mariners. On the mound anyway. 1-2. Foul ball. Curveball. That took a bite out of Narvaez. No thank you.
We forgot Kluber. Corey Kluber's another guy.
Klubot.
Yeah.
He hated that nickname, by the way. I really like Corey. He's so soft-spoken and just wanted to kind of be his own guy. But his close friends loved him. But he was here for a full season, and he and I probably exchanged like 12 words.
Sounds about right. Yeah. He's a Massachusetts guy, though, right? He's up here now.
1-2 to Evan Carter. One down, bases empty in the top of the 6th. Pitch popped up on the third base side. Narvaez throws the mask away, and in the fungo circle on the third base side, he's there to make the play. 2 down. Good stuff from Slayton.
I played with a bunch of guys that were quiet, right? But they led with how they worked, not how they talked. Billy Miller, Gabe Kapler, guys like that. And you had other guys like Kevin Millar, on the opposite end of the spectrum. But I think that's what made the clubhouse in 04 gel, because that different mix.
Here's Josh Young. 2 down, bases empty. Pitch misses outside. If you asked people to list 7,000 adjectives about Kevin Millar, quiet would not make the list. One of his many charms, the 1-0. Chopped on the left side, backhanded by Story. Long throw, he leaps, and it's picked out of the dirt by Toro. Beautifully done, and an easy top of the sixth for Justin Slayton. Sox lead 3-0. When we come back to Fenway Park, Abreu, Story, and Toro on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Don't miss the biggest Maytag sale of the year at Lowe's. You'll find the Maytag appliances you need when you need them at a great price. Plus, when you buy 2 select laundry appliances, you'll get up to a $100 bonus via instant rebate. Shop Maytag at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 5/31. See store for pricing and offer details. Advertise savings on all major Maytag appliances through Maytag.com and participating retailers. Prices may vary. Additional terms and conditions apply.
When you're with Amex Business Platinum, you have the card that helps businesses dream bigger. Get a flexible spending limit that adapts with your business and earn 1.5 times membership rewards points on select business purchases. So you can stock up on what you need to take your business further and get rewarded for growing bigger. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Not all purchases will be approved. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/Amex Business.
History That Doesn't Suck is a legit, seriously researched, hard-hitting history podcast told through entertaining stories. Listen to History That Doesn't Suck on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Jeffrey Glassman. For 4 generations, my family has called New England home. My grandfather taught me to always care for people and fight for what's right. At Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, that's exactly what we do. When you're hurt in a car crash, we fight big insurance companies to make sure you get the money you deserve. We care. We fight to win, and we don't get paid unless you do. Hurt? You gotta get Glassman. Call 617-777-7777.
Jim Arcand Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Red Sox lead 3-0, and a cool chance for Willie Abreu, who very rarely gets this. 3 times in a game to see a right-handed starter. Sees Leiter for the 3rd time. The pitch to him is a curveball in there for strike 1. They do finally have bullpen action going to the Rangers. Bullpen report brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. The 0-1 popped up. Shallow center field. In on it comes Carter. Out go the shortstop Smith and the second baseman Semien, but Evan Carter is there to make the play. The Rangers have found a way to finally retire Abreu, 1 down.
I was going to say, the only way you're going to get Abreu out is if you put a position player in there to throw 35 miles an hour.
God, he has been that good. If you want to win free groceries for a year and prizes like $500 in Shaw's gift cards, or make your kid an honorary Bat Kid, enter the Shaws and Star Market Grand Slam Summer Sweepstakes. Spend $50, get your code, and enter. Here's Trevor Story, who takes a slider outside for ball 1.
Really promising at bat last time around. Saw a good pitch, ambushed him. Hard out. Hopefully that's the sign of good things to come.
Yeah, he and Cedon have looked good at the plate today. 1-0. Pitch, foul back. He did chase that one, a slider up and in. And it's 1-1. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of EEI and the Red Sox. One and one. Trevor takes high and outside, and it's 2-1.
So a good friend of mine, Adam Pellerin, sent me a text last inning saying he enjoyed the hockey talk earlier in the game. Coming from him, that's big. I text him back. It's because of my vast wealth of knowledge about the game.
You are into it. 2-1 pitch is fouled off the end of that. One thing that you and Adam both do is intimidate me and frustrate me because you just fill out a polo in a way that people your age should not do.
What do you mean your age? I think we're around the same age, right?
Well, that's what I mean. Our age.
Oh, well.
God. I gotta hit we'll go to the gym in Kansas City. Show me what you do.
You know what the secret is?
What?
It's a schmedium. It's a schmedium shirt.
I'll be dialed in to Ron Weber's Caps and the Canes tonight. Must win in some ways. Talk about must win. Celtics gotta win Saturday in New York, you'd think. 2-2 to Story. Pitch high. Good take. And it's 3-2. You were showing me how Bert Blyleven threw a curveball. He used like a four-seam grip and still spun it.
You know, it's a funny story. I'm driving in Fort Myers probably 15 years ago, and I'm doing pitching lessons, and I had advertising in the back of my vehicle, and he literally pulled me over at a stoplight like a police officer. He pulled up next to me, said, "Hey, pull over." It's like a Home Depot or something in the next block. So I pulled over because I recognized who it was, and we just talked pitching for a half hour. And I'm picking his brain. He's arguably one of the best curveballs. Obviously, he's a Hall of Famer. And I got to know, how did you throw this curveball? And he looks at me, grabs a baseball. I pulled one out of the car, and he grips a four-seam fastball. And he says, "I just gripped a four-seam fastball and turned it over. And I tried to make that thing spin." You know, way different than any other curveball that I've ever seen thrown.
What a gift that was from him, and how crazy it is that he was able to do that with that grip. They go to the bullpen. Bruce Bochy out to the mound. They go to Latz, the left-hander, for the first time. He will see Toro, at least allegedly. Then Narvaez and Rafael. The Red Sox lead 3-0. One out in the bottom of the sixth. More on curveballs, weightlifting, and schmediums after this in the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This call to the bullpen gives you a chance to check out all the great Ford SUV offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on the award-winning Ford SUV lineup that you won't see advertised anyplace else. Whether you plan to buy from your Ford dealer's inventory or custom order your new SUV, visit buyfordnow.com and see how much you can save. And then see your New England Ford dealers for your new SUV.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Well, the Texas Rangers have gone to their bullpen. Jacob Latz, the left-hander, on. He'll see Abraham Toro, who'll flip it around to the right side. Sox leading 3-0. Story walked with one out. Trying to close out a series win are the Red Sox. Toro v. Latz. Mike Monaco is going to join us in Kansas City and Detroit on the TV side. He got in from Toronto last night. A thrilling win for the Leafs. They lead that second-round series 2-0 over the Florida Panthers. Toronto's going crazy as a throw to first. Dives back in. He is bludgeoning himself listening to the radio broadcast today, and he heard Lenny really dive deep on hockey. Just a wellspring of knowledge as Toro waits from the right side. Latz throws, and Story was thinking about going. He did not. Pitch misses upstairs to Toro, and Mike said to Lenny over text, just say dump and chase and you'll be good. And Lenny has no idea what that means.
I feel like my imagination is going wild right now, and I feel like dump and chase should mean pull the uniform over his head and then run.
This isn't slap shot. 1-0 pitch. Trevor goes. The pitch is outside. They got no chance to get him. A foot first slide. And Story has a steal. Do you want me to tell you what it is?
Please enlighten me.
Well, actually, it is something that the Carolina Hurricanes do better than almost any team. Basically, you're skating through the middle part of the ice, you know, the neutral zone as it is, and you just sling it into your offensive zone, and then it's just send everybody racing after it.
Okay, so it's like a tennis ball with puppies, right? Just throw it over there and have them run.
Very good. Okay. 2-0 is a blooper foul on the first base side. You know, a lot of teams want to control the puck, skate it in across the... Do you know what the lines are in hockey? How many lines are there?
I know that there's a goalie on both sides of the net.
Well, there's actually one goalie on one side of both nets.
Yeah,
on both sides of the rink.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry. Mm-hmm. And that's about the wealth of my knowledge right
Perfect. There. 2-1 pitch is swung on a miss, tied up with a fastball. You grew up in Florida. What can you do? Of course, now Florida is like the home of some of the great teams in the NHL. Florida, as we said, trails 2-0.
I mean, you're floating around on butter knives. It just blows my mind how you can do that and not fall down. My hip hurts watching them.
2-2. Toro takes strike 3. I mean, Adam Beck, this is not your show. He starts the lawnmower after 2 seconds. Toro's gone. I digress, and they're 2 away. We have Carlos Narvaez. So the red line is the one in the middle, and on either side of that, there are 2 separate blue lines that begin the offensive zone.
Okay. I'm getting a lesson right now.
Well, we'll watch the Caps-Canes game on the airplane today as Narvaez takes a fastball inside for ball 1. You will see that I'm a lunatic for that stuff. There's nothing like playoff hockey. It's so tense. Speaking of Mike, he does such an awesome job on those telecasts. 1-0 to Carlos. Pitch is fouled back to the screen. And Mike hadn't done hockey until 2-3 years ago, and all of a sudden now he's emerged as one of the great play-by-play guys of that sport in the country.
He's amazing. He really is. I worked with him in the Nesson booth a few years ago, and I mean, I feel like he was like 20 years old at the time and just top of his game.
I don't know about top, but he was okay. The 1-1 to Narvaez is a little bit low. A changeup. If only he weren't such a jerk, too, you know?
Yeah, terrible guy, right? Yeah.
We'll have fun with him in KC. Hockey's so funny, especially from a broadcast perspective. 2-1 with 2 down to Narvaez. Story leading at second, 3-0 Sox. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got fooled by a changeup there. By the way, the Arbella Insurance Foundation dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every strikeout from a Red Sox pitcher during the season, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Here for the Jimmy Fund and here for good.
If I bring a squid or an octopus to a hockey game and throw it on the ice, is that frowned upon?
No, I love that.
I knew that.
The old Joe Louis Arena. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Story leading at second, 3-0 Boston. Pitch. Swinging a shot foul on the first base side. But for some reason, we've decided as a viewing culture that in hockey, unlike the other sports, on television, you have to describe everything. Like, name every player that touches the puck, every pass, every leave. And so that's what makes what Mike and Sean McDonough and so many others do so impressive. The 2-2 is ripped into center field. That's a base hit. Story rounds the blue line. He comes home. He will score. And the Red Sox lead it 4-0. Carlos Narvaez, si se puede. Another RBI hit.
We talk all the time about how he defensively brings so much to this game, but he's been very impressive so far with a bat in his hand. He's got that thing, runners in scoring position. He wants to go out there and contribute, and he's been doing it so far. This is considered his rookie season, too. Outstanding job so far.
Well, what a find and steal in a way early on for Craig Breslow to take Narvaez from the Yankees. Here is Cedon, who's had a fabulous day. Walking a double. He takes inside a fastball, and it's 1-0. I just don't think you can dance around it anymore. Carlos Narvaez is going to be the catcher more often than not for the Red Sox.
He really has played himself into that role. He's done everything they've asked. He's contributed. I tell you what, it's a big insurance run.
Swinging a miss at a fastball, 1-1. Yes, it is. And they've not done that, Lenny, enough in these last couple weeks.
Late in games especially, they've scored early, but you can see it kind of taper off. 6th through 9th inning, it's tapered off dramatically. They got to keep the foot on the pedal.
1-1. Cedon pops it foul on the first base side. Good slider in under his hands, and it's 1-2. Subaru of New England scoreboard. A little love goes a long way in the 25 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. The Twins now lead the Orioles 5-2. Unbelievable what's happening there in Charm City.
The Orioles, I tell you what, they're missing a big arm. They're missing that big bat.
No doubt about that. 1-2. Pitch. Cedon pops it foul, out of play. Look, they've had injuries, Wells and Aiken and Grayson Rodriguez, but they lost Corbin Burns and did nothing to address that. And I think they are a cautionary tale in some ways. They've got time, but I think they overestimated the enduring power of just having a lot of young, great star players. The 1-2, Cedon takes a ball easily in the dirt. A changeup that bounces in, 2-2.
I feel like Jackson Holliday's made some good adjustments at the big league level since he was first called up. And they are young, but missing that Santander bat in the arm of Burns is hitting them pretty quickly.
2-2. Run in 4-0 Red Sox. Narvaez leading at first. Here's the 2-2. Cedon rips it hard on the ground, bobbled by the shortstop Smith. Everybody's safe. That'll be an infield hit for Rafaela. I mean, that was hit so hard, Smith ranged to his left, and Cedon is feeling it.
I think we can make it official. He's broken out. Putting good swings on good pitches to hit. Listen, that's a ground ball in the infield, but he hit that extremely hard. When you hit balls that hard on the infield, they're bound to make mistakes.
They do scored a single. Credit to Cedon and Pete Fatsi, Ben Rosenthal, Dylan Lawson. They've worked so hard to get Cedon right. He's made adjustments, and he is rolling. Dean Kramer started today for the Orioles. Went 7 innings, gave up a couple runs. Then Yenier Cano and Gregory Soto gave up the big runs to put the Orioles behind the 8 ball in Minneapolis. So that stays in the game because Jarren Duran and then Devers due up next.
That AL Central, I tell you what, there's a lot of talent in that division.
Well, we'll see a lot of it coming up this week between the Royals and the Tigers. The Detroit has the best record in the American League. Kansas City maybe the best player in the AL, not named Aaron Judge, and Bobby Witt Jr. Here's Duran, takes outside, ball 1. A real test coming. I mean, the Red Sox, if you look at it, Kansas City, Detroit, and then come home for a very difficult 10-game homestand, beginning with the Atlanta Braves. 1-0. Is swung on a missed slider, and it's 1-1.
If you look at the strength of schedule up to this point, the Red Sox have had it relatively easy compared to a lot of teams. They haven't really faced too many teams with a winning percentage above 500.
Makes their struggles in the first 5 weeks a little bit more frustrating. 1-1 the pitch. Duran fouls it back. He sees another slider. Expect him to see more of those. And it is 1-2.
I want to see Jarren Duran take one of those sliders and drive it right through the WB Mason sign.
That's when he's at his best. 1-2. 2 on, 2 out, a run in. Pitch fouled off. He had that idea. It was a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. And it is 1-2 to Duran. So the Red Sox go to Kansas City, to Detroit, and then they come back home for Braves, Mets, Orioles, then off to Milwaukee and Atlanta, a gauntlet in the month of May.
It's going to be a big test.
1-2. Duran swings and misses. He's struck out. High slider. Inning over, but the Red Sox tack on thanks to Carlos Narvaez. After 6, 4-0 Sox in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You don't want vacation to end, but with Amex Platinum, you earn 5 times membership rewards points on prepaid hotels and more booked through AmexTravel.com. So you're already planning the next one. Book your room with fine hotels and resorts through Amex Travel and get an upgrade when available. Plus guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout, so you have time to check out the pool before flying off to what's next. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/with AmexCST 1022318.
Member Week is here at Lowe's. Don't miss your chance to get up to 40% off hundreds of items like paint, stain, tools, flooring, and more. Shop our exclusive deals happening in-store and online from May 8th through May 14th. Not a member? Join My Lowe's Pro Rewards for free today and get ready to save more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
So you have a podcast, and you really want to make money with it. Then you need the Odyssey Creator Lab. Check this out. We'll host your podcast for free. You just do your show. We'll use the power of Odyssey's massive expert sales team to place ads in your show and make you money. Does it get any easier than that? Nope. You stay in control of your show, and we help you bring in the money. Sounds like a dream partnership. Apply now at creators.odyssey.com and start earning more from your content today.
The Nissan Rogue with available Google built-in helps you make the most of your drive. Take care of the small stuff, like,
hey Google, cool down my car.
And,
hey Google, turn on the dog feeder.
Or change up your adventure.
Hey, Google, navigate me to the nearest music venue.
Handle your drive like a pro.
Experience the ultimate connection in the Nissan Rogue. Nissan offers 6 vehicles with starting MSRP under $30,000. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Not equipped on all vehicles. Requires compatible device. Sequences shortened and simulated. Activation of Nissan Connect services package required. Only use features when safe and legal to do so. Data rates may apply, subject to third-party service availability. Google Play, and Google Maps are trademarks of Google LLC. Available on Nissan Altima, Kicks, Leaf, Rogue, Sentra, and Versa. All prices are manufacturer suggested retail price. MSRP for base models. MSRP excludes destination and handling charges, tax, title, license, and options. Dealer sets actual prices.
Hi, this is Garrett Whitlock. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Garrett Whitlock, a chance to get right here as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Red Sox lead the Rangers 4-0. It's been an uncharacteristic spell here for Garrett. They're a lot like Slayton. Been roughed up 5 runs in his last 2 outings combined, over 4 innings, 6 hits. And it's basically been the 2nd inning of relief that's gotten him. So you wonder whether Alex Cora has designs on maybe giving Whitlock one confidence-building inning right here.
Yeah, I think that would be the way to go. And it's been on breaking balls. It's been on off-seat stuff mainly. It's a guy just like Slayton, throws the ball 96 to 98 miles an hour. Good fastball, but he's got to locate.
Here's Dustin Harris, left-handed hitter, and Whitlock does locate. That's perfect. Sinker at the bottom of the zone, 0-1. By the way, that steal from Devers, which was so fun. Rafi's first since September of last year, at 3 all of last season. His first at Fenway since July of 23, a changeup. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-2.
See, when you throw a changeup that basically skips into home plate and you get a swing on it, that's where you need to locate it. You don't need to throw that for a strike down the middle.
Well, and that's been the issue for Garrett this month, really, is that there have just been mistakes in the middle of the zone that he never makes. 0-2, the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's a perfect changeup. And there's one away.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing that I noticed as soon as he came up to the big leagues is that changeup was elite. Pulled the string on that. Not to mention, again, with that power fastball, sells it with that same tunnel, comes out of the same arm angle.
You know, it's crazy. It's not quite Bert Blyleven taking you into the Dollar Tree parking lot and teaching you his curveball, but Whitlock did not have that changeup when he came to the Red Sox, as Tucker Barnhart, left-handed hitter, takes a ball inside. Matt Andries, who came over as a bullpen ad from Chaim Bloom, the first spring that Garrett was here in Fort Myers, took him aside and said, try this grip on your changeup, and all of a sudden it became one of the great weapons in the sport.
Right away, too, to have the aptitude to be able, I mean, it takes people years to feel comfortable with that pitch.
Crazy. 1-0. That's a little bit outside. Listen, he's tinkered with the sinking fastball, 2-seamer, 1-seamer, changing the grip, slider, sweeper. When right, he is so dominant. 2-0 to the 9-hole hitter Barnhart, who's had a good day, and he rips another hit down the right field line. That is inside the chalk, played on one hop by Wilyer Abreu. Is 3 for 3.
Somebody's going to move up the lineup a little bit next series. I mean, come on.
Well, the way the Rangers are swinging it, maybe. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line to put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Shop your local Nissan store today at nissanusa.com. Here is a pitch that's a changeup right in there to Josh Smith. By the way, when Whitlock came on, pitching change, and this slow down in action brought to you by Iservay. 1 on, 1 out, the pitch. Lowe. Feel for that changeup. That one missed, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, you can tell he's feeling very, very confident with that pitch today. He's throwing a number of them just around the perimeter of the strike zone, getting some check swings, some bad swings.
1-1. Smith is 1 for 3 today. The pitch inside. If I have to turn off my microphone, you might have to call a pitch or two, because it seems inevitable that I might have to sneeze in this half inning. It's never happened, but there's so much pollen in the air. I mean, it's like raining sheets of pollen all around New England. The 2-1 swing and a miss. Sinking fastball, 2-2.
I'm a Claritin guy. What are you? Everybody's you're a Zyrtec guy. Yeah. Okay. All right.
They've been rocking and rolling lately. I mean, I love it, right? Spring has arrived in New England. everything blooming. I've told you I'm planting all these shrubs at my house. 2-2. Check swing and a breaking ball in the dirt. Good block there by Narvaez. And the count runs full. But I'll be sitting in the backyard. I was throwing pitches to my boys yesterday afternoon, and like a shower of strands of pollen falling on my head. So be ready. 3-2. Inside, he walked him in. That's a changeup from Whitlock. And that's a no-no. 2 on with 1 out.
Yeah, the first batter of the inning was chasing that pitch. Started to get away from the quality locations he had early on. You know, if you want to get back into the zone, throw a couple fastballs right here, because that's the changeup. You're selling it like it's a fastball. The same body action, the same arm action. Get back in the zone.
So here we go. 2 on with 1 out for Wyatt Lankford. Big pitch is swung on a miss. Fastball. There's 97. And it is 0-1. Twins have beaten the Orioles 5-2. Baltimore is 13-23. Wow. 0-1. Pitch up and in. And, you know, Mike Elias gets revered as one of the bright minds in the game. And in a lot of ways with good reason. I mean, they tore it down. They rebuilt it. They nailed all their first-round draft picks. Rutschman and Gunnar seem to be stars. The 1-1 is swung on and missed. A sinking fastball 1-2. But if you're going to do what they did, if you're going to follow that Astros model, which is essentially to bludgeon your fans for half a decade and lose 100 games every year, you better thread that needle properly. And right now they are teetering a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a mix of the young stars that are up and coming, but also getting veterans in the clubhouse as well.
1-2, change up, a really good one, fouled off.
And they lost a couple proven veterans that can swing the bat, hit the long ball at key times, and you know, losing an arm like Corbin Burns too. I mean, you just can't make that up, and nor did they.
Now they made a big offer to him. He wanted to go back to Arizona, but at that point, you do need to pivot, just as the Red Sox did when they missed out on Fried. 1-2 is a slider, not close. And it is 2-2. I think there is a tendency at times with modern GMs to think that the window is open longer than it is when you develop young star players. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He blew him away with 97. Big and important pitch for Whitlock. Couple strikeouts and they're 2 away.
It's nice when your second best pitch is a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, right? You could rely on that.
Well, how about this? Aroldis Chapman is up right now in the bullpen, which means, I mean, there's a possibility we could see him even in this inning. I mean, it's 4-0 the Red Sox leaders. Jock Peterson has walked 3 times today. He swings and misses. The changeup, it's 0-1.
You're talking about Max Fried. The Yankees, he's 7-0 right now. The Yankees are 12-14 in games where he did not pitch.
Amazing.
He's in a career year right now.
How about Trent Grisham for the Yankees, too? Hit a huge 3-run homer last night. He won that series from the Padres. They're going to see the Athletics tomorrow out in Sacramento. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good changeup. Peterson badly pulled off that, and it's 0-2.
Now, is he going to go up with that 97, or is he going to triple up with the changeup?
What would you do?
If I had Garrett's changeup, I would throw it down below the zone once more. He hasn't proven that he's making that adjustment. So I'm throwing it again.
2 on, 2 out, 4-0 Red Sox. The pitch is exactly that. A changeup beneath the zone, and Narvaez loses it. He doesn't know where it is, so the runners move up to second and third. That'll be, I think, a wild pitch on Whitlock. It came into the dirt. Narvaez has been so good at blocking balls, he couldn't handle that one, nor could he find it. And the runners waited a bit, but then once they saw Narvaez, they advanced.
It's very, very important if you're on the mound in an 0-2 situation to have the confidence in a catcher. A guy like Narvaez, who's been so good.
1-2. The pitch is just inside. Fastball 97. And it's 2-2. I mean, I wonder what happens if Whitlock loses Peterson. You got the right-handed hitting Adolis Garcia on deck. Would Alex Cora go to Chapman in that spot? The pitch is just outside. A change-up, so close, and it's 3-2. I sort of have a feeling he might, Lenny.
Yeah, I think he needs to go to his fastball right here. He's a little bit more control over that. Seen a few changeups so far on this at-bat. Show him the heater.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Cora's on the phone. The pitch. Swinging a pop-up into shallow center field. Cedon looking up into a high sky. He's got a bead on it. He's there to make the play with a hop, and the inning is over. I think Chapman was coming into the game right there.
He was ready. He was ready.
Whitlock says not so fast. Channeling his inner Lee Corso. 7th inning stretch at Fenway. 4-0 Sox in the Shaws and Star Market. WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You can help an old lady get across the street. Save somebody from choking when they're out to eat. But there's one thing that'll help you the most. It's giving blood while you relax and read the Morning Post. Good karma by the pint. Give blood. Donate blood and then you just might save 3 people's lives and get a season's worth of good vibes.
Visit Rhode Island Blood Center to get your good karma by the pint.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino.
Download it.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The lefty Jacob Latz continues in the game, and looks like he's going to be around for a while. Nobody up in Bruce Bochy's Rangers bullpen. Rafi Devers last time singled in a run and then stole a bag. Leading off in this bottom of the 7th inning. Latz throws. Rafi checks his swing and a slider outside for ball 1. Liam Hendricks starts to throw for the Red Sox. Makes a lot of sense. I think Alex would like to stay away from Chapman if he can. That'll depend on what the offense can do the next 2 innings. 1-0 is driven high and deep into left field. It is way back. It is gone. Are you kidding me? Backspinning line drive for Devers. It just carries out. He makes it look so easy. An opposite field homer, and it's 5-0 Red Sox.
I thought he had a beat on that ball. He looked like he was kind of ranging back toward the track. Like that ball just kept going. Little backspin.
And what an important message that is for Devers. Helmet off, Wally mask on, and he lifts off.
Looks like he got that side eye fixed today. Looking straight ahead. All right.
Nobody does that like he does. Here's Bregman, who takes a little bit outside ball 1. I mean, I'm at a loss for words. 25 driven in for Devers. 1-0. That's a strike on the inside corner. And Rafi has not hit his stride yet. That's his 6th home run. There are just not many people walking the face of the earth who on that kind of swing can lift one out.
Yeah, it looks so simple. It wasn't his A-hack by any means. We've seen harder swings than that, but again, his last at-bat, we talked about how strong he is when he just flicks the hands. That was a bigger swing than the last one.
2-1.
Ball just kept going.
Here's the pitch. Curveball misses outside. And by the way, Lenny, not for nothing, but we've said it so many times. Pete Fatsi has said it. Alex Cora has echoed it. That base hit he had, a little looper the other way in the 5th inning, sets everything up for him. 3-1 is popped up. High into center field. Evan Carter with the shades on the brim of his cap looks up and reaches out to make the play 1 down. I mean, he's so freakish is Devers, where not only the power, the backspin ability to just touch a ball and launch it, but his recorder is always on. And when biomechanically he feels one swing that goes the right way, it tends to lock him in, and many more just like it follow.
Yeah, oftentimes a left-handed batter, when they start thinking about using that wall, but it's positive for me, very optimistic seeing him drive a fastball too. He's been swinging through those throughout this year. He's been hot and cold on those pitches, but getting a 94-mile-an-hour fastball on the outer half and being able to go with it, very important for him.
One another Christian Campbell, he took a pitch outside. 5-0 Red Sox. The pitch is fouled off the end of the bat. A slider. And it is 1-1. I mean, that was a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. He hit it off the bat at 103. It traveled 370 over the monster.
I think his record this season is, 111, I believe?
Which is just below what Aroldis Chapman threw last night. The 1-1 is popped up into shallow left field. Back in it goes the shortstop Smith. In comes Langford. He's there to make the play. By the way, for burgers, lasagna, tacos, to nachos, ground beef is on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Get value pack, 80%. Lean fresh ground beef for $2.97 a pound. Limit 2 when you use the digital coupon. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket, the Red Sox radio network. Well, Abreu hit the homer off of the lefty Garcia last night in the 8th inning. Now, at the bottom of the 7th, he faces Latz. 2 down, a run in, and here's a pop-up foul side of third. And Josh Young back of the bag right by Kyle Hudson's there to make the play. And the inning is over. However, Carita says adios. Liam Hendricks coming on for the 8th inning. 5-0 Red Sox in the Shaw's and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox.
Lowe's knows to bring your vision to life, it's important to find the right color. That's why My Lowe's Rewards members get a free paint or exterior stain sample to test your look and find the perfect color to confidently refresh your space. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer valid in-store only, 5/8 through 5/14. Limit 1 per customer while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See associate for details. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Sometimes historic events suck. But what shouldn't suck is learning about history. I do that through storytelling. History That Doesn't Suck is a chart-topping history-telling podcast chronicling the epic story of America, decade by decade. Right now, I'm digging into the history of incredible infrastructure projects of the 1930s, including the Hoover Dam, the Empire State Building, the Golden Gate Bridge, and more. The promise is in the title, History That Doesn't Suck. Available on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jeffrey Glassman Injury Attorneys have been Boston's go-to injury attorneys for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you've got to get Glassman. Call all sevens at 617-777-7777. That's 617-777-7777.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Hi, this is Liam Hendricks. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Liam Hendricks, who's pitched really well of late, is on to face Adolis Garcia. Then Marcus Semien and Evan Carter in the Herb Chambers batting order. The Red Sox lead 5-0 in this 8th inning. That Chambers lineup brought to you by Herb Chambers Sprinter vans of Somerville and Peabody. Here's Garcia. Walked. He's 0 for 2 today. Hendricks throws. Garcia rips one down the right field line, slicing foul in front of the pesky pole. Strike 1.
Yeah, Alex Cora has talked about how he's got a little bit more giddy up on his fastball. His breaking ball's just been a little bit sharper. You know, he's getting more innings under his belt, getting the feel, the legs under him. It's bound to happen.
0-1. Pitch. Inside, almost hit him. I love what Alex has done with the bullpen today because gave Slayton a chance to get right, sort of lower leverage spot in the 5th inning. Justin went an inning in the 3rd scoreless. Then Whitlock struggled a little bit but got out of it, and then he's lifted for Hendricks, 1-1. High in the air toward the triangle in right center field, but it hangs up about 15 feet in front of the track, and Sadon's there to make the play, 1 away.
Yeah, I think it's really important. Garrett did throw some good pitches, struggled a little bit with the command of the changeup at times, but it's important for him to be able to go out there and put a 0 on the board and take that into his next outing, confidence-wise.
So here now, Marcus Semien. That 7th inning in which the Red Sox padded their lead, brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. Hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. Here's a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Trevor Story
can of corn on the dirt, that is. And they're 2 away. Call 617-777-7777. What did it mean to you, Lenny, when you've been struggling and you could have a positive outing like that?
Oh, it's confidence is everything. Confidence is everything. Being able to trust your stuff and know that your best stuff is going to beat whoever hitter is in the box. If there's any doubt, it's going to show up on the field.
2 down, here's Evan Carter. Another pop-up. This is great stuff from Hendricks. This time it's Bregman on the left side of the infield. 5 pitches and 3 outs for Liam.
You gotta love that.
G'day, mate. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 5-0. Red Sox lead on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Lowe's knows a thriving yard starts with quality care. Right now, get Miracle-Gro 3/4 cubic foot all-purpose garden soil for just $2. Was $4.58. Plus, get a free Select Ego 56-volt trimmer or blower with the purchase of a Select Ego 56-volt mower. The best yard starts with the best deals. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/14. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
I'm Tyke Sinatra here with my co-host,
Investigator Slater.
We host the true crime podcast, Psychopedia.
Available on the Odyssey app or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
110 Grill, you'll find modern American cuisine in a trendy, casual atmosphere. Visit one of 110 Grill's 34 locations all throughout New England, where you can enjoy favorites like pulled pork mac and cheese, chicken caprese, steak tips, and so much more. The 110 Grill menu features the freshest ingredients, and 100% of their core menu can be made gluten-free. 110 Grill is an official partner with the Red Sox Radio Network. Visit 110grill.com for more information.
Having health insurance is a must-have, and the Massachusetts Health Connector has a power-packed lineup in Connecticare plans that delivers. At the top of the order, lower premiums make bumpy costs affordable. The middle of the lineup is packed with low copays and no deductibles, so you can save money on everything, from an urgent ER trip to managing chronic disease like diabetes and hypertension through no-cost prescriptions. Round out the order access to Connecticare plans now at mahealthconnector.org, and you have a winning team with you and the Massachusetts Health Connector.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
And today that rings totally true as Trevor Story leads it off in the bottom of the 8th. 5-0 Red Sox. The pitch from Jacob Latz, who's riding this one along for a while, is up and away. This is a real chance for Story here. He owns lefties. Latz on for his 3rd inning of work. He's singled and walked as Trevor. And I don't know whether that was the home plate umpire Adam Beck telling Latz to make eye contact, but a delay in the action. 1-0 to Trevor. The pitch. Way outside, a curveball, 2-0. But this is Bruce Bochy playing for the long run. He knows it. They're going to Detroit tomorrow. And this offense has not gotten on track for Texas. Everybody's picking a lot of polls to represent the American League in the World Series this year, but they just have not gotten it going. It's 2-1 as Story fouls one off. Facade of the press box, 2-1.
Yeah, offensively, this team just did not get off to the best start. But you're right, Trevor Story batting .400 against lefties coming into this game.
2-1 inside, good take. By the way, it is time now for the results of our poll from the New England Chevy Dealers Question of the Day. Together, we drive today's question at Sox Booth on Twitter. And that question was, will Alex Bregman win the American League MVP? 3-1 is a strike on the inside corner. Well, 20.2%, 29.2% say yes. 70.8 say no. God bless those 29.2. I mean, if he does, I think the Red Sox have won the AL East and, well north of 90 games. Don't you?
And I feel like it'd have to be an epic collapse by Aaron Judge.
3-2, swing and a miss. Story is gone. I mean, it's only 5 weeks, right, Lenny? But what he's doing right now is right there with the great right-handed hitters of any era.
Oh, yeah. It's really, really historic. I mean, you're batting .400 at this point, leading just about every offensive category.
Well, and we'll talk about this in a month from now, which will be almost exactly the first time we go to Yankee Stadium. We'll see the Yankees for a weekend series as Abraham Toro bats from the right side, a swing and a miss at a fastball. And it's 0-1. 5-0 Red Sox in the bottom of the eighth. To me, he's Barry Bonds right now, where I think the Red Sox, again, it's down the road, but I think anyone who faces them right now should treat it as such. The 0-1 misses outside. Trent Grisham has had a nice start. Bellinger's a good player. Volpe's been really hot. It's not that they don't have other hitters who can hurt you. Apparently Stanton's on the mend. He can come back soon. 1-1. Latz throws, and Toro swings and misses at the slider. It's 1-2. I'm just not letting that guy beat me as hot as he is right now.
Exactly. How do you let him get these stats, right? You got to go out there and be very, very careful with him. So very, very surprised they're not just putting him on. Maybe not with the finger, but just kind of pitching around him a little bit.
Here's the pitch low, 2-2. And, Buck Showalter did this in the peak Bonds years. He walked him every time, including, by the way, with the bases loaded. And I'm serious that right now we're at a point where that's, I think, a smart choice with Aaron Judge. 2-2. Pitch. Popped up right to you, Lenny, over your head, now to play. I mean, it sounds crazy because it's a game of failure. And, he's hitting 400, but he's on base, 700? I just think he can do so much more damage if you give him anything to hit.
Give him the opportunity. He's capitalizing every time.
Bottom 8, 5-0 Red Sox. Pitch. Popped up. Wind is sort of howling right now. It's into shallow right field. Semien comes over, and he recovers to make the play. That really rode the breeze. They're 2 down. We take 10 seconds for station ID in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
That was a great job by Semien right there, taking a route to the baseball, but the flag's blowing straight out to left field. He had a nice second wind, keeping his glove under that ball.
Here's Carlos Narvaez, who takes a curveball in for ball 1. One and 0. The pitch, swing and a miss. He was trying to launch there, a changeup and a fastball swing. And it is 1-1.
It's the beautiful thing about a changeup. You sell it with fastball arm speed. It looks like a good pitch to hit. Looks like it's going to be in the zone. The bottom just kind of drops out.
1-1 to Carlos. Swing and a miss. Fastball. Ball and 2 strikes. They are going to let Liam pitch the 9th inning, which is good. Needed 5 pitches to get 3 outs in the 8th.
5 pitches. What's the converting from five pitches in American to Australian? Is it like 3.5?
I don't know, mate. 1-2. That was awful. I'm sorry to everybody. Down under. 1-2 to Narvaez. The pitch. Strike 3 called. Start the lawnmower. The inning is over. We go to the 9th inning. Hendricks trying to get the final 6 outs of the game. 5-0 Red Sox in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Lowe's knows to bring your vision to life, it's important to find the right color. That's why MyLowe's Rewards members get a free paint or exterior stain sample to test your look and find the perfect color to confidently refresh your space. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer valid in-store only 5/8 through 5/14. Limit 1 per customer while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See associate for details. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
You know how you always want to know about everyone else's money? On the podcast What We Spend, guests will, for 1 week, tell us everything they spend their money on.
My son slammed $6 worth of blueberries in 5 minutes.
And everything that makes them feel.
I want to own a house. I want to have a child. But this morning, I really wanted a coffee.
Because at the end of the day, money is always about more than your balance. Listen to and follow What We Spend, an Odyssey original podcast. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with iSurvey, you can
slow it down again.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Capted Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Liam Hendricks continues in the ballgame for the top of the ninth. 5-0. Red Sox have a chance to win this series. Hendricks trying to lock it down. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full lineup. Put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today. All right, Hendricks has got the bottom third of the Rangers order. 5-0 to the Young, Harris, and Barnhart. The pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Herb Chambers batting order brought to you by Herb Chambers, MV1 of Massachusetts.
Liam working really up-tempo right now.
0-1. Misses outside. You know, it's got to feel so good for him, Lenny, after so long away from the game. He was roughed up against his former team, but he's probably rediscovering all that adrenaline that he loves so much. 1-1 outside.
You can definitely feel he's getting his legs under him. The fastball's got a lot of hop on it, some late action, a lot of RPMs on that. And again, the breaking ball, ton of movement. And he gets right back on the rubber. He's ready to rock and fire.
2-1. Foul on the first base side. The Red Sox have done something really weird this year, Lenny. And that is, they've developed this habit of doing one thing in the first game of a series and then the exact opposite the next two. Where they'll win the first, drop the next two, and here they lose the opener, and they've put themselves right there to win the next two as Liam misses with a fastball upstairs, and it's 3-2.
As long as you're winning the series, right? You take 2 of 3.
No doubt.
And if you win the last one, you take that momentum into the next series. Hopefully that kind of continues from there.
3-2. Liam's going to touch up the rosin bag. So they win the opener in Toronto 10-2, but then lost the next in 10 and dropped the finale. They won the first game here against the Twins, lost the next two. 6-1 fell. One of the dreariest days on and around the field of the entire season, and then they've surged back. 5-0 here. 3-2 is drilled toward the triangle in deep right center field. Cedon has to turn and run. He's there, and he makes the play! Crashing into the wall! Wow! Gold glove D for Cedon, and there's one away.
That is absolutely next level right there. Knowing where the wall is in the triangle and being able to keep the glove right by his chest and catch that ball right before hitting the wall.
And to not get hurt. Protected himself, too. That's like a little mini car crash he just suffered.
My goodness. Well, he is talented.
Well, you know, we track all these outs above average. That should be a full one right there. Spectacular. Turned his head away from the wall. Here is Dustin Harris. That misses outside. Liam Hendricks, when he watched that play made, raised his hands to the heavens. That was awesome. And he doffed his cap, too. He is special out there. I mean, that is Jackie Bradley level. There's no doubt about it. 1-0 popped up. Left side of the infield. Bregman looking, shielding his face from the sun, and in foul ground. He's there to make the play. And they're 2 away.
It's a great job. You can tell it's a tough sun right now by the light pole's shadow on the field, right just about where he caught that baseball. Good job of shielding it with his glove.
5 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. 0-5-0 for the visiting Rangers. The updated box score brought to you by the Mass Lottery, who celebrate the game we love, from the baseball diamond to the lottery games that support all our 351 cities and towns. Pitch to Tucker Barnhart, popped up, foul side of third. It'll get into the seats. And out of play. The Mass Lottery, welcome to the state of winning. What a bounce back for the Red Sox. And I just firmly believe it all started yesterday in the fourth inning when Alex Bregman lifted off with that home run to left field. Everybody followed immediately after.
Momentum is so huge in this game.
0-1, 2 down, bottom nine. Top nine, rather. We are at Fenway Park. Barnhart is 3 for 3. He's ripped 3 balls into right field. The pitch. Pop foul. And the Red Sox are a strike away. What a seesaw year this has been.
It really has. I mean, streaky. You hope this momentum that they're gathering now, they take that into Kansas City. It's going to be an uphill battle facing next few series.
Hendricks bent over at the waist. Fans up at Fenway. Liam says yes. The 0-2 pitch. It hit him, I think. Breaking ball in the dirt. And I think it clipped Barnhart on his front right foot. And so the game will continue with Tucker Barnhart at first base. Alex Cora has his hand up. He wants to confirm that actually did hit Barnhart. And Ramon Vasquez from Mike Brenly says yes, it did. So runner aboard with 2 down.
Yeah, tried to bury an 0-2 slider right there. We call that a back foot slider, but that was quite literally.
Actually hit him on the right kneecap.
Oof. Did it bounce on the ground first?
Did.
Yeah.
So you're now Josh Smith. 2 down. He's walked and singled. A pitch. Foul back. Fastball, and it's 0-1. It's not quite a sellout crowd, but the attendance report brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken. If you're craving some crunch, get fresh hand-breaded chicken tenders. Crispy chicken sandwich spiced just right. Right here in the ballpark. 2 down. Top nine, 5-0. The Red Sox lead. There's a pop-up into center field. Cedon drifting back in front of the warning track. He's there to make the play, and the ball game is over. The Red Sox win it 5-0. They take 2 of 3 to the Rangers, and they head to Kansas City, a game above 500. They needed that one. Nissan postgame show is next in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hey, Rhode Island. Keep it real with the Ballybet Casino app. You can play with real dealers plus win real cash. It's got hundreds of slots you can play on your phone when you're out on the go or hanging at home. Just download the app. If you're 21, tap the Ballybet tile and fire up the fun. Play blackjack, baccarat, even roulette. Real dealers, real money, real fun. Ballybet. Must be 21 plus, Rhode Island only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-9-GAMBLE. Ballybet Casino.
Download it. It's on. The biggest Maytag sale of the year at Lowe's. Buy 2 select laundry appliances and get up to a $100 bonus via instant rebate. Shop all things Maytag, including the new stackable Pet Pro laundry system that removes pet hair from clothes. Lowe's. We help. You save. Offer valid through 5/31. See store for pricing and offer details. Advertise savings on all major Maytag appliances through Maytag.com and participating retailers. Prices may vary. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Yo, this is Flavor Flav, and I am coming at you with one of my flavor faves, Raisin Cane's. So when you're looking for flavor fast, order in a flash, online or on their app. Raisin Cane's. One love.
What We Spend is a new podcast that explores something we almost never talk about. Every week, you'll hear a different guest share everything they spend their money on. What We Spend is available now on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI. This is the Nissan postgame show. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Great job by the Red Sox today and over the last 2. They win 5-0 today. Brian Bale wasn't that sharp, but he battled around 5 walks. The Red Sox got damage done against Jack Leiter, and they piled it on in the later innings. Really nice afternoon for the bullpen. The Sox take 2 of 3, split this homestand between the Twins and the Rangers. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors, and 6 left. For the Sox, no runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 10 left. For the Rangers, Justin Slayton gets the win. Jack Leiter falls to 2-2 with the loss. It took 2 hours and 37 minutes in front of 27,800. You're listening to the Nissan Postgame Show. You deserve a car that thrills you. And Nissan's got an exciting full line to put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and Nissan.com today. We'll step aside, check into the clubhouse after this. The Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This is Hall of Famer Joe Castiglione, and I want to make sure you know the Shaws and Star Market Grand Slam Summer Sweepstakes is back. You can win free groceries for a year, plus other great prizes. Just check your receipt for an entry code when you spend $50 or more and pick up participating items like Coca-Cola 12-packs. Get all the details and official rules at GrandSlamSummerSweeps.com. Shaws and Star Market, proud to be the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
Member Week is here at Lowe's. Don't miss your chance to get up to 40% off hundreds of items like paint, stain, tools, flooring, and more. Shop our exclusive deals happening in-store and online from May 8th through May 14th. Not a member? Join My Lowe's Pro Rewards for free today and get ready to save more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Dreams need more than financing. They need a partner. At Northern Bank, their SBA loans help businesses grow, expand, and transform in ways that matter the most. Visit nbtc.com/small business today. Northern Bank, member FDIC. Loan subject to credit approval.
Find mom's best gift at Target. Now through Mother's Day, get up to 40% off gifts for her. Discover trendy apparel and swimwear that'll elevate any wardrobe. Jewelry that'll make her smile shine brighter, and even chocolate that'll turn any moment into something sweeter. There are endless options to choose from to show her she's the best. Hurry! Save 20 to 40% on select apparel, jewelry, chocolates, and more this Mother's Day only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
The march to spring training and opening day is upon us. Rob Bradford from Baseballs and Boring here, and we'll have you covered every single day with podcasts that aim to educate, entertain, and inform you as a baseball fan. Follow Baseballs and Boring in the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
As your warm weather fun gets into full swing, Shaws and Star Market are saving you time and money. Just download the Shaws Deals and Delivery app to do your grocery shopping online. Right now, you'll save $30 off your first online order over $75. That's right. Use the code SAVE30 and enjoy $30 off your first order. Plus, get free curbside pickup or delivery right to your door, ready in as soon as 30 minutes. Shaws and Star Market. Save time, shop online.
The Nissan Rogue with available Google built-in helps you make the most of your drive. Take care of the small stuff, like,
hey Google, cool down my car.
And,
hey Google, turn on the dog feeder.
Or change up your adventure.
Hey Google, navigate me to the nearest music venue.
Handle your drive like a pro.
Experience the ultimate connection in the Nissan Rogue. Nissan offers 6 vehicles with starting MSRP under $30,000. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Not equipped on all vehicles. Requires compatible device. Sequences shortened and simulated. Activation of Nissan Connect services package required. Only use features when safe and legal to do so. Data rates may apply. Subject to third-party service availability. Google Play, and Google Maps are trademarks of Google LLC. Available on Nissan Altima, Kicks, Leaf, Rogue, Sentra, and Versa. All prices are manufacturer suggested retail price. MSRP for base models. MSRP excludes destination and handling charges, tax, title, license, and options. Dealer sets actual price.
Member Week is here at Lowe's. Don't miss your chance to get up to 40% off hundreds of items like paint, outdoor and home essentials, and more. Shop our exclusive deals happening in-store and online now through May 14th. Not a rewards member? Join for free today and get ready to save more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Do you
you suffer from projectile dysfunction? That's when there's something stuck in your drains and pipes causing a backup. It can happen to the best of us, and Drains by James can get you unclogged and feeling free again. Projectile dysfunction can be serious if not treated right away. It will impact things at home, and you'll wonder why you didn't take care of it sooner. Go to DrainsByJames.com. Drains by James. They give a poop about your pipes.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Big win for the Red Sox, 5-0 over the Rangers. And the guy who got the last 6 outs in the game, Liam Hendricks, joins us. Liam, we've been waiting 2 years for this opportunity to chat with you after the game. We'll get into the specifics of this outing and this game and this series, but I just kind of want to, step back, 35,000 feet view. What does it feel like, Liam? You've been a guy who has spent your life, fighting for this thing. You reached the pinnacle of this game as one of the great relievers